Good morning and welcome to MFL Championship Saturday. Folks, we got live broadcast for you for all 6 games.
Taking MFL total access to the
Super,
field.
let's go. Super excited.
Outdoors.
Come on now.
With the cameras
That's
and
what it's all
everything.
about. That's what it's all about. Folks, you'll be on TV, so yeah,
have
enjoy the good stuff.
Captains meeting behind us right now.
Yep.
As all the teams are at the captains meeting, as we can see.
Yeah, players excited.
It's not just the two captains. Everyone's there. They've been waiting for this game all week. Kicking off the day with Division 4. Got the Alouettes against the Underdogs.
Yep.
Battle of number 7 versus number 9. It's crazy to think that Alouettes should have been the underdogs in this game, being the number 7 seed, right?
Yes.
But no.
The Underdogs are the Underdogs.
Underdogs beating the number 1 Spartans.
Yes.
And then beating the Division 5 coming up Division 4 DTS team.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because we knew Underdogs had the talent, right, to potentially go this far. But Spartans had beat them early on in the season. And I think Spartans thought it was going to be maybe necessarily a cakewalk, but they were the favorites, right, against Underdogs. Underdogs said no way. They've been playing their best football, right, both teams. So looking forward to a great game. And both quarterbacks, Terry, continue to get better throughout the course of the season.
We have literally the rookiest of the rookies.
Yep.
In Quentin Leduc,
Yes.
going up against the veteran of the veterans
Yes.
in Rob White. What a battle this one's going to be, eh?
100%. Look, I think like we said before the game, both quarterbacks, plays are going to be made. There's going to be drops. There's going to be incomplete passes. Stay cool, right? It's a long game. MFL is the clock. Doesn't continue to roll. So it's all good. You just gotta play patient, one play at a time, and it should be a good one.
So as you can see, Underdogs are starting on offense. What's the game plan?
Look, I think for Underdogs here, you talked about it. Quinton, quarterback, first year playing in a championship final. You keep it easy, right? Maybe a simple all hooks, triple slant, something like that. I don't expect to take a deep shot early. I think it's going to be nice and easy here, maybe to Valley Ket, sure snapper. And I look for here, Underdogs to march down the field, get 3-4 yards of play, milk some time off the clock, and keep Rob White on the defensive side of the football. All right, folks.
So head referee Kevin Cousset blew in the whistle for the first down.
Here we go, folks. Enjoy. Pretty excited about this. We got 1st and 10 here for Underdogs. First play of the game. Thank you for joining us. We got a beautiful day here at Le Bear. Hopefully it stays this way. And enjoy, folks. Here we go. Quinton taking the snap. First down. Looking. Oof, Rob White just missing the sack. Quinton, incomplete pass there. Almost a safety there, Terry, to start the game.
You could almost not have asked for a worse start there. I mean, could have been safety, could have been an interception, could have been a pick 6.
Yeah.
But Quinton looked pretty flustered on that first play. Rob White rushing him, didn't bull rush him, came contained, really wanted to make sure he wasn't going to run. We know Quinton could be very dangerous with those legs.
Well, 100%. And that I think that what Underdogs are going to have to do, Quinton too, is specifically keep the defense on its heels, run when need to be, and trust your arm when it's necessary. Here we go. Got 2nd down. Quinton clapping, scanning the field. Raphael in a wheel route. Runs away from Rob White. Taking time. Tucks downfield. Gain. Tackle there by Woodley. Should be enough for the first down.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Gain of 12 there. So
Wow. Raphael really taking 2 defenders with her on that wheel route down the field, eh? The lane was wide open for Quinton to run for the first down. Once again, that's pretty gutsy. You're talking about maybe like something like all hooks to start off the game, running a wheel route on the second play after almost getting safety on your first play. It shows the kids brought brothers one on the table, right?
Hey, what the heck do I know? Start off the game with a bang. So we got 1st and 10 here. New set of downs for the Underdogs, looking to punch their the score first here to get on the scoreboard. Quinton taking the snap. Got a drag route, throwing the drag. Nice catch there, making a few defenders miss. We got a nice first down here. Nice play made there. Hey, look, Terry, keep it simple, right? The quarterback, let your receivers do the play. A 1-yard drag here, making a few defenders miss and getting enough for a first down.
Yeah, back-to-back first downs there. Getting with the leg, showing with the arm was a quick little drag route. Yards after catch are important here. That's a veteran defense they're going up against, right? You see, led by Rob White and Jonathan Woodley. You got Alexi Dory, who has a ton of MFL experience as well. The Gauthier brothers. Pascal Dufault is also on that defense right now. It's a really tough defense to play against, and they just managed back-to-back first down. So far, it's a good start after that not so good first play of the game.
It looked like it was man there, Terry, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder what they're going to do here. 1st and 10. Quinton taking the snap, surveying the field. Nice little quick route there. Oh, nice tackle there by Woodley. A short little gain there. Gain of about 1 or 2 there.
Yes, that was Mathias Cousineau, who has been their go-to guy on the season, leading the team. in the receiver categories. Him and Simon have been kind of like the 1A, 1B type of guy where Quinton has been looking. Matthias with over 400 yards, 10 touchdowns on the season. The second guy has 5 on that team. It's a tie with Arnaud Frédéric for 5 touchdowns, but Matthias doubling what the second guy has.
Yeah, he's been huge on both sides of the field for them. All right, good. We got second down and long here. Quinton, nice little 5-yard in there. Nice tackle there. Gain of about 4 or 5 yards there, setting up third and manageable. Terry, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like this Alouettes defense is playing mostly man. And who do you think calls D for this Alouette squad?
They definitely have the athletes to play man.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Frédéric Bouteau with his second in/drag route. Look, to me, it's either Rob White or Jonathan Woodley. Those are the 2 leaders on the team, the 2 veteran guys on defense. I wouldn't be surprised if they call it in duo, especially with Rob rushing. Rob putting himself as a rusher to try to contain Quinton as best, remove his legs, and hopefully Woodley removes the arm.
We got third down now. Quinton on the middle. Oh, great defensive play there. Sitting up.
Yeah, what a defensive play right there that was.
That looked like, I think, a good no call there, eh, Terry? Went for the ball, no head contact.
Yeah, Pascal Dubois going right up there. Looked like he had his arm right between the 2 arms of the receiver. No head contact there. Good no call by the officials.
Setting up a big fourth down here. Fourth down and what seems to be about 5 yards here. Terry, I know it's early in the game, but this is huge. You want to make a statement. You don't want to, not score in your first drive and then have Alouettes getting the ball to the second half. What play are you looking at here, Terry?
Look, if it was me, I'd probably go with triple slants, but taking one of those slants deep, kind of like a post route across the field. Quinton tucks it in and runs. Did he get the first?
Yards not gained. Huge tackle.
What a defensive stop on the first drive of the game by Alouettes.
Exactly what their defense cooked up here, bending but not breaking, the old expression we hear in football. Great job there making the tackle. Look, it was 1 or 2 yards short of the first down.
Looks like it was at least a full yard short, so good call by the officials.
Yep, good stuff there. Max, confident official, and we got 3 great refs here in the crew. Man, Terry, look, good job moving the ball down the field for Underdogs. You kind of get some of the jitters out of the way, but this can come back to bite them because this is an offense now that has been absolutely clicking here for the Alouettes. Winning a low-scoring game last week in their semifinals, but we all know that Rob White can heat up. And huge stop for the defense early on.
When you asked me what play I'd run here, a couple of years ago, it would have been the run play that Quinton just did. But right now, that did not even cross my mind.
He's athletic there, so I'm sure he's going to keep Rob White on his toes. We got Rob White, very calm, patient, surveying the field.
Good field position, right? 10 yards up before you normally start, starting around on their 15-yard line.
He'll take it. Rob White taking the snap, looking short there. Nice catch there by, it looks like a Mario snapper.
Yeah. You know how to pronounce the last name? He gave me a good trick.
Yeah, tell me.
It's Choueri. He's like, it's Chou
yeah.
and Ri.
Oh, wow. Choueri.
Choueri.
Okay,
very
nice.
Easy, very simple. If we had those cues from everyone else we've been pronouncing on the podcast, maybe it'd be a little bit better.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But you know what? I may just stick with Mario just to be safe. All right, here we go at a second and manageable here. Still early on in the game. Score is 0-0. Alouettes looking to put their stop to use and get on the scoreboard first here. Rob White looking. Nice catch there by Mario. Ball deflected there after by Quinton. Looks like it is enough for the first down. Terry, nice catch there.
Yeah,
I know it only
nice catch. Back-to-back passes to a snapper. Mario, sure-handed. Mario, no gloves.
I was just gonna say.
I know how much you like that.
That's mad respect. That's the Dallas Clark. Remember back in the day, Indianapolis Colts wearing no gloves. I never understood that, but I gotta say it's. I love the swag.
It is swag. It just shows like you're so good you don't even need gloves.
I mean, it wouldn't even be fair wearing gloves.
Yeah, exactly.
That's mad respect.
Just the way these Alouettes are approaching the line, it shows that they're locked in and focused, right? Like, just look at them.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. That first stop is huge, Terry. It sets the tone right away, and Rob White's gonna take his time. Out of that 5 seconds, if need be, scanning the field. Got Quinton playing back safety.
Almost a punt returner, right?
Yeah, Marvin there, taking the snap there. Fake pass. Nice sack there.
So this is the matchup to watch.
100%.
Arnaud Saint-Jean, who I think was top 3 in the division in sacks this season, against Rob White, who we know loves to buy time. Sometimes gets sacked one too many times, but always buys time, looks for to extend those plays. And Arnaud Saint-Jean, who had quite a few sacks.
I think it was 22.
That's a lot of sacks.
Yeah, that is quite a few sacks.
So that's the matchup to watch, and we're seeing it here early and maybe often.
Yep. Well, look, in both sides, right, rushers are going to be very important. Rob White being the quarterback for Alouettes, but also the rusher, too. And almost a few sacks there on Quinton early in the game, but our first sack there comes from Arnaud setting up a second down and long for this Alouettes offense. I mean, look, Terry, Rob White's been great. Kind of marched on the field there, so not a great situation here for the Alouettes offense. We got second down. Rob looking, taking a deep shot there to Woodley. Oh,
he had him. He kind of overthrew him. Woodley saying, my bad, he maybe run the wrong route. Supposed to be like a straight through. He kind of looked like he was running a skinny post there.
yeah.
Rob had the arm. Woodley beat his man. You wonder if that situation can come back and haunt them now. It's setting up a 3rd and long.
Well, whatever I'm saying, they're doing the complete opposite there. I say Rob likes to march on the field and
You ain't no
get
Tony
over.
Romo.
No, heck, I
this
ain't no
morning?
Tony Romo. Thank God I ain't no Tony Romo. But their deep shot there, I like it. Look, how does defender beat by seem to be 2-3 yards, and just a miscommunication there, setting up what looks to be about 3rd and 13. I think here, Terry, what you kind of go get, 7-8 yards there, set up a 4th and
I think he's
manageable.
going back to Woodley.
Same route could be. Defender playing a little bit looser now. Rob taking the snap. Looking down the field, taking another shot, almost the exact same play to Woodley. Great defensive play made. No flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play.
There is a flag.
I was going to say that did look like pass interference to me. The ball was underthrown, and when the ball gets underthrown and the receiver comes back to it, you kind of like playing the foul there, but it's totally legal, right? So the ball was, Woodley had his defender beat. Rob underthrew him. The defender was between Woodley and the ball. Woodley tried to make a play on the ball. The defender kind of blocked him in that sense. That's textbook PI. And I want to say, you're maybe not Tony Romo, but I did call that play.
Yeah, 100%, Terry.
I did not hear Woodley go up to Rob and tell him in the huddle again, but I could have sensed it.
Hey, from one Cowboy to the next, Rowan to Terry Babelis here at MFL knows exactly what he's talking about. Good call play there, and great play by Woodley, right? He doesn't get the stats there, but fighting back to the ball.
That's a 20-yard gain, if not more.
Yeah, 100%. Basically like a 20-yard catch, right? Setting up what looks to be a 1st and goal inside the red zone, meaning Rob can't run.
And that's
huge
a veteran
play.
move there, right?
Yep, 100%. It's really like to underthrow the ball as a quarterback there, but it ended up working out here for the Alouettes.
Hey, it's a good strategy. Maybe I'll use it for next
next
game.
Anybody's game, eh? Take notes. Rob here, big 1st and goal. The 3-yard line. Woodley dropping back for double quarterback. Gets the ball. No second rusher. Going to the back of the end zone. Incomplete pass.
He was wide open, at 20 yards back.
Hey, a catch nonetheless, but no, back of the end zone. I was surprised he was that wide open.
I know we're in Canada, but we don't have the CFL end zones in the flag football right now.
That would be cool. I don't think that would be fair, though.
50-yard fields with a 50-yard end zone.
We did definitely too high scoring, but I like the play there, right? Actually, I believe he sent up two other quarterbacks there. You don't really see that right on 1st down, especially when you only need 3 yards.
It's crazy. Usually you would do that on a 3rd or 4th and long situation,
right?
Kind of trying to catch the defense off guard there, doing it on 1st down. It almost worked, right?
I like it.
For a veteran team, you'd hope maybe a little bit more awareness of like where your end zone is.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see if they do better here on 2nd down. Seeing up 2nd down and goal. Rob pump faking.
In and out by Woodley. Oh,
great defensive play.
That's great defensive play there.
I like that. Didn't seem to bite much on the in, on the out right away. Woodley, obviously one of the better receivers, if not the best in this division. So great job there of sticking with him. Setting up a 3rd and goal, Terry. Man, you definitely don't want to waste this opportunity here if you're the Alouettes. Alouettes getting a stop on their first drive, having the ball just a few yards away from a 1st down. I look for Rob White to hit something back of the end zone here, Terry. He's been, the first play was double quarterback. Second one was a quick one there to Woodley. Maybe back of the end zone in.
His huddle's taking a little longer than his huddles have normally taken. Usually they break pretty quickly. I could see this one going to Mario, the snapper. The Sure-hand who start off the drive with 2 straight back-to-back catches.
Rob takes the snap here, 3rd down, double quarterback to Mario.
It does go to Mario.
Right on cue. Good call, he does. Mario scanning the field, getting rushed. Sacked here, huge play for this Underdogs defense. I believe the ball is at the 10 or 11 yard line now. Terry, what do you think of the play call?
I did not like the play call, but I hated the execution of it. You're on the 3-yard line. You're a double quarterback. You have the ball in your hands. You're maybe not used to being a quarterback because I think Woodley's kind of the second option there. So maybe questionable a little bit why to drop back Mario on that play, especially from the snapper position. But then you got to get rid of the ball and live to see another down on that 3. However, their first 3 downs sucked.
Yes.
Maybe they wanted the extra space. Maybe that's what they planned for.
Could be, right? Shooting a little bit more time off the clock there. I don't know.
Huge shot by Emmerich.
100%. Emmerich, huge play there. I don't like the call of taking the ball out of Rob White's hands. On this play, looks like he will have the ball. Wonder if it's a double quarterback here. We got 4th and goal, folks, here early on in the game. Huge play. We got 2 quarterbacks. Come back there to the goal line. Incomplete pass. Great defensive play just off the heads of Woodley and Terry. We got a 0-0 ball game. After bending and giving the ball up to the 3-yard line, the Underdogs defense stands tall.
Yes, and it looked like he had Woodley there on the out. Questionable to see 2 guys drop back from the right side and have no options.
I have never seen that in my life, ever.
It's like playing the 4-5 on defense, right? Similar?
Yeah. It's so much you got to gamble,
it's
right?
It's like a concept he's bringing into the offense that works so well on the defense side of the ball. But yeah, very questionable play calling there in the red zone. Four straight. There was a sack, but four straight.
Negative plays, really.
Yeah, negative plays there. And you kind of had Woodley on the goal line.
Man, this is huge. All right, Underdogs getting the back now. No harm, no foul. Quinton taking the snap, looking there to a drag once again, hitting again. And a good gain there on first down. Terry, that play seems to be the go-to play early on so far for this Underdogs team. And look, if they're going to get 5, 6, 7 yards, a play on that drag / deep route, they're going to take it every time.
Yeah, and that was Frédéric Bouteau, who had 5 touchdowns on 11 catches this season. He already has 3 catches today, so the next one may be a touchdown.
Pretty efficient, eh? 5 TDs on 11 catches. I like that. If only my ratio was that good. All right, setting down here a second and manageable here for this Underdogs team. Terry, with this defense creeping up here, I think Quinton takes a shot maybe on this play or the very next one. You got maybe a free play
I say
here.
tucks it in and runs.
I like it. Second down.
Drag again.
Another drag. There to another star receiver. Nice tackle there by Woodley.
Yeah. It's like a 1 or 2 yard gain. That's exactly what you want on those drag routes, right? It looked like he had the opening, right? If he would have got past Jonathan Woodley there, he had sideline. What do you mean by free play?
Well, look, when second down 5, you kind of take a shot there. Let's say it's incomplete pass. Third down becomes 3rd and 5. I'm not too worried about that there. Now 3rd and 2, less of a free play. Kind of want to get that first down. Zone defense there would look like a great job staying patient there by the Alouettes defense. 3rd and short here for the Underdogs. Got to get out. Quinton pump fakes, tucks and runs. Gets a first down.
And more.
And a lot more. So, okay, there was a touchdown here for the Underdogs, but there is a flag. Maybe rusher interference here. Kevin talking way too much with Simon Valiquette.
No, it does not.
No, there is not. It looks like there will be a touchdown on this play. I'm not sure we got official wording. There was no penalty on the play. Touchdown Underdogs. 6-0 here lead for them. And Terry, like you said, once again, Quinton tucks it and runs it. Man, you're good. Looked like there was a flag. Was it going to be a flag on the Underdogs and Kevin picked it up, or what do you think happened there?
It did not look like rush interference at all from the get-go.
Right.
So it must have been the fastest I've ever seen him run over there to the sideline.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Kevin saw. It'll be interesting to see, maybe hear about it at halftime or afterwards. But right away, there was no hesitation. He said there was no flag on the place or whatever it was. He corrected himself right off the bat.
Man, I like it. Terry, after first drive, not scoring and looking a little bit shaky, Quinton runs there for quite a few yards there and putting his team up 6-zip.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I know a fella who made his first finals once, and he ended up running for more yards than he passed, and he ended up with the championship that game.
I had no idea who we were talking about. Our big 1-point conversion here. Quinton, these converts are going to be big. Throwing off his back foot to Raphael, no good. Great play there made by Rob. So we have a 6-0 game, Terry, and this look, not a must score here for this Alouettes, but man, you just can't feel that if the Alouettes don't win this game, that first time goal from the 3 non-score may come down to haunt them.
Well, look, Alouettes are getting ball at half, right?
Yeah.
So as long as they're only down 1 possession at that point, any foul could be reversed, right? We got Commissioner John Evans coming in with the beautiful trophies and that beautiful
the
mohawk.
yellow mohawk. What's up, Commish? Good?
So how do Alouettes respond to this Quinton score?
I say going right back to Mario here, pick up 4 or 5 yards, sure-handed, and Goa got this game started. Rob taking the snap, looking to Quinn there. Nice catch there,
nice
making a defender miss. Oh, nice spin move there.
Is it enough for the first down? It is enough
Quinn.
for the first down. Getting a first down right off the bat, Oliver Quinn, who was a huge part of this. Was it the semifinal or quarterfinal game? I think it was the quarterfinal game. He had his breakout game. Jonathan Woodley was not there, facing Le Boucher team, a strong team, and Alouettes persevered, and Oliver Quinn was the top receiver in that game.
Hey, you talk about hands on this team, Terry. I think right now all 5 receivers on this squad have sure hands. Rob has a plethora of options to go to here, and you're not worried about that ball popping loose and tip drill. Kevin saying something, people listening. Mario about to snap the ball. We got 1st and 10 here for the Alouettes, down 6-0. Rob patiently scanning the field. Taking this low snap here on first down. Looking. Misses it here. Oh no, does. Wow, Rob making another defender miss. Picking up a nice gain there. Terry, huge play there. Rob gets sacked there. It set up maybe a 2nd and 14, 15. Instead, he makes 2 defenders miss and picks up about 4 yards, setting up 2nd down and 6. Look, that may not be a sexy play, a 4-yard gain.
You just need positive yardage.
100%.
Man. 3 yards a pop is all you need. Make it a 4th and 1 at the end of the day.
100%. Then we got the Underdogs.
We got the crowd cheering defense in the back.
We love it. crowd of 3, but making noise of 33. We love
I
it
thought
here.
we had 30 people behind
Yeah,
us.
but for real, looks like we had
Still
more
very
than that.
early Saturday morning at LeBert Park. Beautiful day. 6 finals lined up for you guys, starting with Division 4, ending with Division 1. We'll be on the first broadcast of the day, on the last one together.
Coming up next will be the women's highly anticipated game between the Crazy Bees and the Drama Queens. Here we go, second down. Rob taking the snap, pump faking. Arnaud not missing this time.
Big sack, Arnaud Saint-Jean.
So you'll get me once, Rob, not twice. Now it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 11 there. Terry, it looks like Rob here, his first year, has maybe been avoiding the rusher rather than looking downfield. Do you think the presence of Arnaud and the fact that he's had so many sacks on the season is kind of playing into the mind of Rob Boyd here?
I was going to say, it looks like he's staying on his read too long instead of going to the second read. Rob's good at going through his reads. He has a bunch of good receivers here. It looks like he's calling a play and hoping that one player will be open. Underdogs are playing it well. They're asking if it's 4th down. It's clearly 3rd down. And Rob will take the snap on 3rd and long.
I look for Oliver Quinn here, maybe on a deep end. Rob taking the snap, another pump fake, making Arnaud miss this time, tucking it out and running there, going for the just short of the rusher bag.
It looks like there was a flag. Someone was missing a flag. Was it Rob?
Looks like it was Mario
it
there.
Was Mario, okay, yeah.
Good eye, Terry. Setting up a huge 4th down here, 4th and very manageable. Looks like about 4th and 5
We're
here.
not even going to say the words, right?
Tuck it and run?
No. He just ran, so he can't run again.
Oh, no, he can't run again. Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm glad to know that the word didn't even pop in your mind when I said we're not going to say the word.
No,
so that's reassuring.
No, the 3-letter word, no, of course not, Terry.
Is it 4? So just like the Underdogs.
Are you talking about run or?
No, punt.
Oh, no, come on, Terry, brother. Don't be ridiculous. I don't even know what that word means, sir. I thought you said run.
Why would he not? Why would he not mention run?
Well, because he can't run now because he just ran. Don't even mention that P word live on
Did
here.
you finish your coffee?
No, I'm just starting, bro. You know I'm half asleep. Okay, 4th down here. Huge play for the Alouettes. Rob.
Oliver
First
Quinn
down,
getting
huge
the first
catch there.
down.
Look at a nice out route there on the first down. Woodley clearing the way, and Oliver Quinn fitting perfectly there. Nice throw, almost sidearm throw there by Rob Boyd here. And I know it's this game is not very old so far, but I think that was almost a must-have for the Alouettes offense.
Tough to say because I would have trusted the Alouettes defense maybe getting a stop afterwards, right? But I get what you're saying. Very, very important. And when Oliver Quinn's the ones that out route and you're the defender on the line, what do you do?
You hold him.
You hold him?
No, like you try and kind of like swim move, maybe go with your right
knees?
hand. Yeah, maybe the knees, the elbows. But no, honestly, look, you said it well. Oliver Quinn using his great play to his advantage there. We got a trips formation here to the left for Rob Boyd. Rob taking the snack. A pitch play here to Woodley, making one defender miss, making almost a second defender miss. Looks like he got a good gain there, gain of 7. That pitch play, Terry, working to perfection there. You got.
I wonder we found it.
100%. You got. Looks like a safe play, but it could be fairly dangerous. So if that ball pops loose.
Yeah, we've seen it a few times. Right?
Yeah, most definitely we have. But great play there by this offense. I love the way this team is rolling around. After taking the sack there, big conversion there on 4th down.
Look, they need to punch it in.
Yeah,
it in.
definitely. So we have our get together.
Yes.
Right, that's August 8th.
Yeah, this Friday, August 8th at Champs Bar, 7:30 p.m. As the Alouettes will be playing, we'll announce our award winners during the halftime of that game. It's always a lot of fun. Great time to hang. Kamish is there. Everyone's there. The media team is there.
Some cool people.
Yeah.
We got a quad to the left now, Terry. Nice throw there by Rob White, getting a first down and a little bit more, making a spin. Nice gain there, setting up a first and what seems to be goal now at around the 9-yard line.
Which is probably better for them than the 3, right?
That is, yeah, more space to work with. I wonder if they'll be getting double quarterback there. Nice pass there, hitting receiver in stride. Looked like on that slant route, and setting up, like you said, a first and goal here for this offense. You said the Alouettes are playing on the Friday. We're talking these Alouettes or the?
Yeah. So after playing the MFL finals, they're gonna go play. I forgot what team it was, but they're gonna.
Awesome.
In the CFL, yeah.
Hey, good. More Rob White is great. Terry, we got another quads to the left. I'm not sure if I've ever run in a quads formation before. Now we have it back to back.
You got 2 receivers off the line of scrimmage.
Wow, something special here. Rob White looking to his left, throwing down the middle. Oh, broken up there by Quinton.
Double coverage.
Looking for Woodley. Almost an interception there. Woodley playing good defense, I guess you could say, on that play. A little bit dangerous still worried by Rob, but you got to say Rob White trusts his receivers, right? And as a quarterback, that's what you got to do in a receiver. You got to love a quarterback that lets you make plays. And good defensive play made there, 2nd and 9. I'm expecting here maybe picking up 4 or 5 yards here, setting up a 3rd and manageable. I don't think I want to be at 3rd and 9. We got another quads to the left.
Same play? Both guys off the line once again.
I think same play, different receiver.
Last time you went same play back-to-back to Woodley again, right?
There you go. Rob taking the snap, dropping the ball here. Seemed to be a little bit low.
It looked like it was going to the same place. You see Woodley at the back of the end zone, right?
I would say you know your stuff, and I'd be 100% right. Yeah, like you said, Woodley there running his route to the back of the end zone. 3rd and 9. Not the best snap there, but did hit Rob in the hands. Looks like he's going to go back to the same play here. 3rd and goal, Alouettes.
Good snap.
Snap taking, looking to the left, hitting Quinn there for a
And
first down. It looks touchdown.
We got a 6-6. Alouettes punch it in with Quinn.
Never mind first down, make it a touchdown, baby. Let's go, 6-6 here.
Yeah, when it's the 3rd and goal, it's kind of hard to get a first down there. I don't think they're possible.
You get a first down and a touchdown, I guess.
I think touchdowns are considered first downs, are they in the NFL?
Yeah,
Look at the first down statistics.
That's a good point. It has to be, even if let's say first and goal at the 1, because technically you're getting a first down, right? Anyway, don't mind us. We got a 6-6 ball game here. Big extra point coming up. Alouettes looking to take the lead. And just like that, Terry, we got a tie ball game and basically a 0-0, and the game started from scratch now.
Given how relatively low scoring it has been so far, would you go for 1 or 2 here?
I like going for 1. I like going for 1. For me, you love going for 1. Hashtag Iron Wolves. But I think taking the lead here early on is just the most important thing, and it looks like they will be going for exactly that.
Especially when you got the double quarterback plays and everything, and it's your first touchdown of the game. Don't you feel you got to try to take that extra point lead at this point?
I trust Rob White. Got trips to the left. Looking back at the end zone here to Woodley. Oh, making a spectacular catch.
He was
out of bounds. Nice catch. Unfortunately, we got no style points here in the MFL, so that extra point will not count. Woodley double checking with Kev.
We don't got that award for the most style?
No.
I think you cut it a few years ago. Right?
Yeah, I think a few too many receivers were trying to catch the ball out of bounds. So we got a 6-6 ball game here. I have no idea how much time is left. Not that much time here, and Alouette's going to get the ball to start the second half. If
we got 2.5 minutes to go.
Okay. So I think for here, right, you want to possess the ball, maybe chew as much clock as you can. But if you have a touchdown, you take it, right, Terry?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. You don't play any of those mind games.
The score is way too tight to go out at the 1 yard line or something like that, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Did someone call a timeout here?
I'm not sure. We have Kevin talking to Ben. We got the Underdogs offense lining up once again. You're calling a play on first down. We have Jonathan Evans glaring into my eyes here, drinking his vegan bubbly, and we got a first and 10 coming up for this Underdogs team. Sorry, folks. John making me laugh here on air. Valiquette getting ready to snap, scanning the field.
Quentin kind of doing that college clap before the snap.
I love it. First time here. We got another drag here, this time to St. Jean. Nice tackle there. Another positive gain, Terry. I'm not sure if the Alouettes defense are going to adjust, but on first down they seem to be getting 6+ yards almost every time, and it seems like this Alouettes team is okay with that.
Oh, there's a flag on the play. Looked like a late flag too. Could it be legal equipment violation or something?
Kevin and Max talking here. Looks like it was be a penalty on the Alouettes. Maybe equipment violation here, folks.
Oh, yeah, we do see number 10 coming off the field, unbuckling his belt. So his flags, we do see the flags were on backwards. So we're going to go up 5 yards over there. Surprising that Rob White didn't check the flags of all his players.
That's a good call. Kind of the data group. That's a big call, right, Terry? Makes it automatic first down, 5 yards up. When you got an offense that's been slow methodically down the field, you don't want to give up free yards. That's what they do here. We got a first down, fresh to the downs here for the Underdogs. Quinton looking to that drag once again.
Only getting 2 yards on this one.
Great defensive play there made. And so, Lee, we have 2 minutes left. Not time to panic, Terry. But are you calling 2 plays in the huddle here?
No. You still have all 3 timeouts. At least, I believe they still have all 3 timeouts, right?
They should, yeah. Yeah, what do we know? But yes, no, I believe both teams have all 3 timeouts. I expect maybe a zone defense here, Terry, for the Alouettes. Maybe 3 short, 2 deep.
I would think the opposite. You want to go 3 deep. You don't want them to take their shot downfield. Let them march, right? They only got 2 minutes left. Yeah.
Could be. Let's see if Quinton tests them now if they only have 2 defenders deep. Quinton pump faking, taking the shot. Dean down the field. Touchdown, Underdogs. Look like a hook and go there. Quinton and Simon Valiquette giving each other some love. We got a touch on here. 12-6 ball game for the Underdogs. Big score just before the half. Man, oh man, Terry, we got that long bomb there.
Yeah.
Shot. Maybe they should have played those 3 guys deep.
And that's Frédéric Vito getting the touchdown there. You see Mathias running to him, giving him a big hug. The kids are up 12-6.
And man, you talked about not many catches on the season. Thinks he's had just as many catches in this game as he's had on the year, maybe more yards. And I love the good old hook and go, Terry.
Yeah, you love a good hook and go, especially when they bite on it, right?
Oh man, like a bite like a fish.
So now, Underdogs going for one.
Going for one, trying to make this a 13-6 ball game. Alouettes going to get the ball back with all 3 timeouts here.
Hey, Valikan has been used much in this game. That's pretty surprising. I saw in his utilization in the first couple of games in the playoffs here was way higher.
It's true, eh? Maybe we got a back of the end zone here. Look.
Oh.
Going once again. We got back of the end zone.
Alouettes switched rushers there. They had Alexis Doré, who had quite a few sacks himself this season, rushing on that one.
And look, I know Rob is a great rusher, but he's also a great deep defender too. And I don't know if you want to have your quarterback rushing, right? It's kind of a lot.
It's tough.
To rush
do it
here.
all game, especially if you're calling the plays on offense, calling the plays on defense.
So we got third down here. 3 timeouts here. First down for the Alouettes. Just under about 2 minutes left.
20.
A minute 20. Okay, minute 20 here. You'd assume there'd be maybe a timeout called after this play, unless Rob has 2 plays in the huddle. We got a trips to the left here. Underdogs changing up their defense just a little bit. We got Rob White taking the ball. Looks like maybe a pitch play, and it is to Woodley.
Not
going
much room to
backfield. Glasses falling off. Looks like a short gain here.
They got to hurry up, though.
Yeah, they do.
They didn't call a timeout. Time is running, close to 1 minute remaining.
Good job there by the Alouettes, by the Underdogs defense keeping Woodley contained.
Yeah. Tough to keep that Grizzly inside. Jonathan Woodley goes by the name Jonathan Grizzly.
Yep. It's a good call. I like that one, Terry. We got Nick saying 1 minute to go in this first half. You said, Terry, not too much of a rush here for this offense, but I like the way Rob went. Calm, cool, collected offense. I expect a timeout after this play. Rob taking the snap, looking to Quinn. Incomplete pass.
Ball was a bit too sidearm on that one, eh?
That one there. Timeout. And there we go. Timeout there by Rob. Look like we had Quinn there, Terry, but even if he catches that ball, it looked like a 3-4 yard gain.
Yeah.
So not like he missed a deep receiver there. No interception, no harm, no foul. But this is up a 3rd and 7 now for this offense. If you're Underdogs here, Terry, and we got an incomplete pass or a sack.
You got to call a timeout. I think they still have all 3 of their timeouts left, right? There's just under a minute left. They still have all their timeouts. They scored in like 10 seconds on the last drive.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. Hopefully they're not in that situation for the Alouettes. We got a 3rd down here. Low snap. Rob throwing.
Does Rob know there's only a minute left?
I am not. Well, I think he does because he called timeout in there. We got a 4th down and about 4 coming up here. Terry, I have a feeling what they're going to do is they're going to maybe decide what they do, waste about 10-15 seconds, and then maybe call timeout here. Because if you're going to go for it here, being the Alouettes, you'd assume they would have either called timeout or called a play on the huddle, right?
Well, they did call timeout.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, good call.
I saw Robert call timeout. It's 4th and 5 right now. They're on their own 10-yard line. This is a little risky, right, going into half?
Hey, I love it, baby. You got to risk it for the biscuit here, and we don't like that 4-letter word. Look, MFL.
You get more than just a biscuit. Get a T-shirt and a trophy.
Maybe a biscuit on the side too. Good call.
Maybe if you come to the get-together on Friday, August 8th, there'll be some biscuits there.
A lot of biscuits. Uber Eats too. I'll go a huge play, folks, here. 4th down.
Rob did not like what he saw, and he called another timeout. So at this point, I think he's going to punt.
I believe he is punting as well, Terry.
Because if you're bringing 2 timeouts in this play, even if you get the 1st down, you have no more timeouts remaining. Yes, Alouettes punted.
No comment.
Trying to draw offsides?
But look, potentially, it's like the the college football where you could call 3 straight timeouts if you wanted. Like, you don't have to, call, wait, like, not the NFL, eh?
No, NFL you call 3 right away.
Okay, nice.
We have our own set of rules sometimes.
Hey, you gotta love it. That's what makes MFL special. So look, Terry, maybe Rob is saying, I think, look, if they started on defense to start the second half, maybe you go for it there. It's a 12-6 ball game, very manageable here. Looks like there'll be 1 play, I think Kevin signaled there.
Wait, how could there be 1 play left? Didn't they have did they not call a timeout before the punt?
I'm not sure they did, Terry, to be honest. And the way the Alouettes are playing, I assume there's not more than a minute left here.
So then Underdog should have called the timeout at that point if Rob did not.
Well, that's what I think Rob.
Oh, smart veteran play by Valikan there. They could have just said punt themselves if they didn't want to play the play.
All right, that is it. Terry, yes, but wouldn't you maybe at least try tucking and running if you're Quinton? Maybe a little dump off pass, see what happens. Maybe there could be a flag on the play, pass interference.
Maybe they want to keep him healthy for the second half.
Yeah, good call. He's also a big piece on defense for this squad as well.
But yes, I definitely think, knowing that they're not starting with the ball in the second half, it is a question I'll have for them. Why did you not, try anything? Anything could happen. You see the Tyreek play against Cowboys a few years ago.
Not Tyreek with the Dolphins, though.
No,
Dolphins don't do that stuff. Yeah, I remember that was a big play. All right, folks, we got a 12-6 ball game here. 3 touchdowns scored. No extra points yet in this ball game. Jonathan stole my chair, so I guess I'll just stand for now. We got a 12-6. Oh, respect. Thanks, big dog. We got a 12-6 ball game here, folks, in favor of the underdog, scoring late in that first half. Slow start, Terry. Both offenses not scoring on their first drives, but we've seen quite a bit of offense since then.
I think we were expecting more points this one to start the game, right?
I think we will. I think we were, actually, and I think we will see quite a few points scored in the second half. Look, I think, like, First championship game of the day. It's an early game so far. What you want to do is be able to march down the field. Look, I think both teams are okay with where they're at, right? You have the underdogs winning in this game, 12-6 starting off on defense, and you have the the Alouettes only down by 6, Terry, and getting the ball first.
Yeah.
So there's no panic on either side of the football here.
So looking at the stat sheet, and the big thing that surprises me, because MFL we have live stats, we can look at the stats on the spot.
100%.
Simon Valiquette does not have a reception. I don't even know if he has a target so far.
That may not be a bad thing. I think that he's been targeted a lot on the season, right? So you want to throw some curveballs there to the Alouettes defense. I think that's exactly what he's doing. But I do think that from what I've seen, they've been doing a good job of covering Valiquette. He doesn't seem to be wide open on those outs. But I wonder if he's going to be used a little bit more in the second half. We was looking there.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Since we have a few minutes, you want to go a little off air and talk about something else?
Of course.
Happy birthday.
Well, my man.
18?
19.
19?
19.
Good,
I
good.
kept the beer just so people don't think I'm like
Got a
16
little
anymore.
something for you over there.
That's for me?
Yeah, you want to open it now?
Come on, Terry. You
No,
got me a
not that,
Cowboys.
not
Oh,
that,
phew.
next to it.
Boy, this is actually for me, Terry?
Yeah.
We don't do birthday gifts and
I
stuff
want a
like
baby
that.
store. Don't worry, it's a little something small.
Come on, Terry. Is this like Toys R Us? Bro, Terry, this is what I think it is. It's not small. Come on, Terry! Dan Marino! Is that Dan Marino?
Yeah. I saw that multicolored and it looked a very, like your vibe, so.
But Terry, you said it was something small.
Yeah, I saw it. It was on sale.
Oh, come on, Terry. That's ridiculous.
I tie-dyed Dan Marino.
Oh, my gosh. Bro, not only am I going to wear this 24/7, but I'm going to wear it to bed. I'm going to wear it to work. I'm going to even wear it to church when I go to church next Sunday. Terry, this is awesome. How the heck did you get that?
I found it somewhere. I got connections.
Mad respect.
There's a little something in there too.
Another something?
Yeah.
Terry, I would buy you a Cowboy something, but the Lord knows I can't have that on my debit card. Oh, Terry, this is getting ridiculous now.
Hey.
You good? Good, thanks. Shoot, Terry, you may have to help me open this. I'm not good with stuff like this. But, folks, look at this. GOAT quarterback
Maybe it's better
here.
you leave it in here.
Yeah?
It's a Dolphins mug.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. Happy birthday, my G.
Bro, respect. Appreciate you. That's crazy, folks. Future Super Bowl champs, 2025-2026 season.
2045?
Hopefully they win one. Because I'm going to live till 100, so I got 70.
105, no?
Yeah, no, I'll say maybe 105.
Maybe you'll break all of Steve's MFL records if you stay in the MFL till then.
Oh, I can only hope so. I got 72 years left, $1972. But Terry, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Terry actually is kidding. He's going to take all this back after. Yeah.
It was just for the show. Leave the tags on.
The price and everything. Well, bro, that's awesome. Thank you very much,
Put it
Terry.
back in the back so
Appreciate
that
it.
you don't
Yeah.
get
Okay, should we wear it live on air? No, it's not professional. Eh?
As if,
It's even Mitchell on this.
yeah.
Wow, respect, bro.
I said I had to. I
That's
was
actually
buying
crazy.
my dad a few Cowboy stuff for his birthday this summer, and then the Dolphins, all their stuff was like on liquidation for some reason.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. They weren't handing that out for free?
Yeah, almost.
Man.
The mug was free when you got the
Wow,
T-shirt.
that's crazy. The mug too, folks. Okay, no, we're being a little bit unprofessional here. Thank you very much, Terry. Appreciate that. So, 12-6 ball game here.
12-6 ball game. Converts. Are converts going to be the deciding factor?
I think they will. When you have two teams that are very evenly matched, championship games, it's often when it comes down to, right? You have conference late in the game. We talked a lot about on our podcast, Terry, that these games may come down to overtime. And right now this game looks like if no one can get converts, it may come down to overtime. Here, no stress, right? For Rob White on this offense, just got to score here. Doesn't matter if it takes 2 minutes, if it takes 22 minutes.
Saying overtime and saying no stress right away, that's it's a little stressful,
Yeah, overtime is quite stressful, especially in the championship game. We got the whistles in, folks. Looks like we're ready to go. Kevin's saying something. I'm not sure anyone is listening.
But yes, Alouettes need to score in this drive.
Yes, especially because I think right now Quinton's found his groove, and I'm not sure this Alouettes defense will be able to get many more stops on this Underdogs offense.
I wouldn't be surprised if the game ended 12-6.
Really, eh? No, I'd be shocked. I expect to see, Robert maybe tuck it and run here. Maybe a fake pitch play, right? They've been biting, they've been doing that pitch play very well. Maybe you got a fake pitch here.
And we have the second half underway, changing sides as we do in the MFL with our Alouettes going to the line.
Beautiful day here, folks. This is the first of 6 games. We got the women's game between Crazy Bees And Drama Queen's coming up next. Then we got our Division 2 game at noon, and the granddaddy of them all at 4:30, Division 1. All right, we got a balanced formation here, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being with us. We got the second half here, Division 4 finals, 12-6 ball game. Rob White ready to take the snap. Rob getting the ball there, a bit of a low snap. Pass to Oliver Quinn there.
Oh my God!
Dangerous throw there.
There were 2 defenders closer to making that catch than the offensive player.
It looked like a great play concept. It looked like if he was just put a little bit less on the ball there, Quinn could have been catching the ball and for a first down there, giving him a bit more directions there. Man, how big would that have been for an interception there?
Boy, oh boy, do people like risking the plays in the first play of each half, eh?
Yeah, is it a bug?
Yeah, it was a bug. I got it off
Okay,
you.
thanks.
No problem.
Second and 10 here. And that's the thing, right? I'm not sure if Rob will take those deep shots. Quinton playing that safety position. But I do like Woodley. Maybe you have a post from Quinn and a fly from Woodley there. Hey, thanks, man. We got a second down here.
Willie, before the game, was telling me that Commissioner John Evans did not wish him happy birthday on the day of his birthday, so he was a little upset with that.
Yeah, I was thinking of not talking to John but now we're on air. You know, I want to keep my job. You know, for the next few games. Oh, come on. Really? Yeah, true. Too bad we won't be playing today.
Hey, silver lining, eh?
Hey, we're probably a D1 game.
You're at the D1 finals.
What?
You're gonna be at the D1
It's
finals.
true. I'll be right here, right? Won't be catching balls, but maybe I'll be
4:30
commenting.
p.m. Long day. We had the D4 final starting at 9 a.m. It's just 1 minute past 10 this morning. Rob Boyd about to take the snap.
Third down here. It looks like a wheel route here. Not open. Sacked by St. Jean. Seemed to be great coverage there. It looked like Will had the wheel route there covered nicely by this Underdogs team. It's going to set up a fourth down.
Rob had me biting on that pump fake, though.
Oh, yeah. Did he ever?
Is that his 3rd sack of the day for Arnaud St. Jean?
Yeah, and Rob, not a guy who takes a lot of sacks here and doesn't get sacked much here, so a little bit surprising early on. But I like the idea here. Fourth down, going for it. What do you think here, Tara? I think this has double quarterback written all over it.
At this point, why didn't you go for it at the end of the first half, right?
True. Look, better late than never. I like the fact that they're going for it now.
Let's keep the ball in Rob's hands.
100%.
I see Woodley on a comeback on the first down.
All right, folks, huge play early in the second half. Rob taking the snack. There's no double quarterback. Taking a shot there to Woodley. A great catch there. Wow, that was honestly a great touch pass there by Woodley.
Kind of like he overthrew him.
Yeah,
but Woodley adjusted.
Good job adjusting to the ball there, and I think the defender there looked like he was almost admiring Woodley rather than playing the defensive play there.
Yeah, a lot to admire.
Definitely a lot to admire there. Huge pickup, Terry. Look, if they don't get that first down there, it's 12-6. The Underdogs offense has the ball, first and goal. So far, that's got to be play of the game.
Besides Quinton's run.
Yeah, early on.
We've got the big crowd of 3 in the back cheering defense for the Underdogs. Feels like there's 30 people in the stands here at LeBert Park this morning.
And who would have guessed the Alouettes were the home team? We got a first down here for Rob. Looking there for Mario.
Schwery.
Bit of miscommunication there. Looks like he was telling him to sit there in the open area. Mario shot a little bit to his right.
So how big of an addition do you think Simon Valiquette was for this young Underdogs team who are, I think the average age is younger than the age you just turned?
I think so too, eh? That's pretty remarkable. No, I think it's huge. It's huge, you know, for one thing, obviously that he's great snapper, one of the best in MFL, great hands, but just his knowledge of the game, right? His ability to keep the guys calm and bring his input, I think, was huge. And you're seeing that early on in this game. Second down here, Rob looking short, hitting Mario here. Nice gain, great D-flag there. Gain of about 4 yards, setting up what should be a 3rd and 6 here for this Alouettes team. Rob doing a good job, right, Terry, using his snapper, using Woodley, using Quinn. I wonder if he's going to get...
I like that he's not panicking and just trying to launch deep. You're only down 6 points at this point. You converted a big 4th down.
Yep.
No harm. Like you're not in a bad situation as of right now. You haven't gone down 2 possessions. You score right now, the game is tied. You have the chance to go up ahead on the convert. And you see both women's teams warming up for the next finals. It's going to be in about 30 minutes. Got the women's division finals coming up next.
You got to love it, man. Rob taking the snap here on 3rd down. Hitting Mario again. Nice play there. A great D-flag. That's a nice
tackle by him right there.
Yeah, big. I like the play concept there, Terry. I'm not sure what it was. It looked like him shooting to the right, and then you almost have like a 10 hook there from Will. Defender having to choose. Rob making the right read and moving the chains once again. Ref's discussing something here. Looked like it was a first down here. Yeah, first down was gained, folks. Not first and goal just yet. First and 10 from about the 14 here. Big drive here for the Alouettes. Can they punch in and tie this game at 12? Taking the snap there. Hitting Woodley on a quick hook.
And getting quickly tackled.
Yeah, you'll take that, right? Gain of 4-5 on first down. But I think I like what you're saying here. Look, it's if Rob, I think in the second half, if that first read isn't there, he's been okay either, tucking it and buying time or going to his second read there, which is also important, especially against a rusher like St. Jean.
Yeah. I think he has to get the ball off quicker, right? Like he has his receivers that are open, regardless if it's 2, 3, 4 yards that they're gaining. It's much better than taking the sack.
Yeah, you want positive plays here, positive plays.
And there's your broadcast partner for the second game.
Oh, let's go. Team Canada. Ask her for some tips.
I think it's a little too late for that.
Yeah, good call. We got second down here for this Alouettes team. Rob's kind of in the field. Woodley on almost the exact same play. His glasses fall off.
Glasses. Almost making a backflip into the end zone there. Kevin signals for the first down.
We got a first and goal here. Hey, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Right, you have two quick hooks on the sideline.
Do you go right back to Woodley again?
I'm going to go hook and go here. We're not expecting a hook and go in the red zone, nonetheless.
Yeah, hopefully they know that the go, there's not much space. They don't run in 20 yards past the...
Yeah. Probably a toe drag swag play. We got first and goal at the 3. Terry, I love this opening drive here for the Alouettes. I think what you said at half, you don't want to panic. You're down by 6. You get the ball. You score here. The game is at worst tied. If not, you have the lead. Rob dialing up a special play here.
That fourth down conversion could be the TSN turning point of the game, eh?
100. When I go back and watch this game with my McDonald's later on today, I'm definitely going to key on that play again. We got quick snap by Rob.
Oh!
Incomplete
Little
pass
low
there.
for Gauthier.
Yeah, looking for Will. Looks like he was telling Gauthier to go to that first cone. Rob throwing it there to Novale. Incomplete pass. Second down. Look, I think as long as Rob is not taking a sack on this drive, they're scoring. I think, if you're...
and as long as he's not doing a double quarterback play.
Agreed. Keep the ball in Rob White's hands. You've been your leader all season long.
And Rob, we trust, eh?
We
fine
do.
Wine,
do
fine
we?
wine.
Do we ever? Do we ever? All right, we got second and goal here. Rob looking to Mario, just off his fingertips there.
I wonder if the defender Emmerich got a touch on that.
And even if he didn't, I think he did a good job making a difficult catch for Mario there, right?
So we got third down right now?
Third down and 3. Honestly, I look for Rob to go back almost to the exact same play, different side.
Exactly.
Yeah, hitting Mario here.
We're both agreeing on this, so it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I was just going to say. St. Jean with already, I believe it's 3 sacks on the day.
And switching sides. I can see man defense from this
I don't think they pay much of it, but it looks like on third down that's what it may be. Mario snapping the ball. It does look like man. Quinn on the post, catch the ball, touchdown here. Game tied 12-12. You called it, Terry. Looks like it was man. Great throw there by Rob. Good job to get open by Quinn, and this game is now tied at 12.
And you said it didn't look like they do much of man, and I can understand why, because when you got Oliver Quinn, Jonathan Woodley on the line, it's really tough matchups to match up on, eh?
100%. It looks sometimes you gotta trust your D, but sometimes it bites you in the you know what.
So Oliver Quinn coming up huge there, getting the game-tying touchdown, all tied up at 12 now. First drive of the half for Alouettes. They needed to get the score. They got the score. It's going to be interesting how Underdogs are going to respond after this convert play.
Honestly, Terry, you couldn't have asked for a better game. It is low scoring, but I would take this over a 40-20 game any day, right?
I mean, we could have gotten better games.
I don't think so. 12-12, big extra point here coming up for the Alouettes.
Going for 1.
Rob taking the snap, no double quarterback here, throwing to Mario. Great defensive play here, picked by Quinton. If he returns, this is a 1-point convert. Oh, and he gets great hustle there by Will, flexing his muscles, doing about 4 or 5 push-ups.
Great tackle by William Gauthier on that. If Quinton takes that back to the house, that would have been the 1-point convert that could have made the difference later on, right?
Man, huge play there. Ball hitting off Mario's hands and then Quinton snatching it in the air. I think
he literally snatched it.
Like snatched. Like it was an apple. I think great play made by both teams there, right, Terry? Good job of playing defense by the defense and good job playing defense by the offense.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we got a 12-12 game here. Underdogs possessing the ball.
And Rob Boyd drove that field, right? Taking away 8 minutes off the clock. We only got 14 minutes remaining in this first half now.
picture perfect drive here. Picture perfect drive.
As long as it ends with the score, right?
100%. Quinton adjusting his belt.
Clap.
First down. Calm, cool, collecting that pocket. Looking for that drag. It is not open there. You look at Quinton's demeanor, right? It's almost like, sit back there, having the lawn chair, having a milkshake, throwing off his back foot. Doesn't look like it's his first finals playing quarterback. Both teams seem to have settled in. Jitters are out of the way.
Yeah. And just letting Commissioner John Evans know that the T-shirts are in the box next to the cooler to go hand those out with the beautiful trophy at the end of the game. Yeah.
Underdogs here adjusting alignment. We got a balanced formation here. Simon getting ready to snap. Baby Kusei saying 10 seconds to snap the ball. Quinton snapping the ball. Trying to avoid the rusher. Throwing off of his back foot there. Oh, great defensive play.
That looked like a penalty. Yes, it is.
The head contact, eh?
Yes, you saw the headpiece of the receiver fly off his head. Gauthier, not William Gauthier, but I think it was his brother Tristan Gauthier.
Yeah.
Going up, make a play on the ball. The ball was clearly overthrown. Did Kevin call necessary contact?
So that would not be PI, correct, Terry?
I don't think it was PI. I would call it necessary contact.
So just a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah. So you can see the box of nice black T-shirts over there.
Nice. John,
the white ones are for the women's, and the black are for the mixed divisions. There are 6 in there? Why do you seem confused? Oh, okay.
That's Johnny. You're really that surprised. Well, big play there, right? It would have been a 3rd and 10, Terry. Now we have an automatic first down. 1st and 10 here for the Underdogs.
Moving on the line there.
Close.
Going back with that drag play there and keeping it simple. Yeah. John, confirming which division it is.
So this seems to be exclusively man defense here for the Alouettes. Do you think they change it up here? Because if that ball is maybe a little bit more on target, and if that's caught, that's about a 4 or 5 yard gain for free.
And I'm surprised that Alouettes haven't adjusted more on these drag routes, right? Because I think it's like literally 50% of their play calls have been a drag.
Yeah.
So now it's 2nd down.
2nd down.
Smovelli get ready to handle the snap.
Quinton.
Beautiful day.
Oh man, he couldn't have asked for better.
I would take rain the first 5 weeks of the season to get a finals weekend.
1,000%. Gotta put my sunscreen on. All right, 2nd down and 10. Quinton pump faking here. Looks like stop and go not there. Incomplete pass.
That was Matthias, his favorite receiver on the season. Smovelli gets no targets in this game, eh?
Man, that is surprising. I do want to shout out to the Alouettes defense there. It looked like Quinton was looking for the hook and go that got them the last touchdown late in the 2nd half. Defender didn't bite, stayed disciplined, and we got a 3rd and 10 here coming up for the Underdogs offense.
Where do you think they go on this 3rd down?
I'm looking post wheel. We had a post wheel in the 2nd play of this game. I'm looking post wheel to the left.
Tucks in and runs?
Yeah, he tucks in and runs. Takes off. Like a post wheel route here, hitting the wheel. Quinton calmly taking the snap, looking downfield. Doesn't tuck it and run. He tucks it and gets deflagged.
Great sack by Rob White there. Looked like Quinton had green grass ahead. Was going to take off for at least a good 10 yards in the 1st down. Rob sacks him for a loss of 2.
He could have still been running if Rob wasn't there. Looked like he was beat. Great job there in the length by Rob White there, getting the deflag there for a loss of 2. And my gut tells me that this team, this offensive powerhouse in Underdogs, will go for it here. 12-12 ball game. Terry, I was just going to say, obviously, we go for it on 4th down. That is incorrect. We got a punt here. Terry, what do you think of the decision?
I don't hate the decision. Obviously, you know how we both don't usually punt.
Yep. So
they have a guest coming here.
Oh, wow.
Commissioner John Evans.
Just checking that this is working. I assume it is. Let's just assume it is. Otherwise, I'm talking to no one.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to punt there. What are you talking about? Why? How would you not punt there?
Because you want another chance to get a 1st down.
I understand the concept,
Yeah.
but like you're on your 3-yard line, and it's a 12. There's been 2 scores by each team in the 1st half.
That's exactly why I wouldn't punt. A terrible decision made there by the Underdogs. Don't listen to John.
Yeah, never punt. Never punt. This is D1.
Well, big defensive play there, right? Made by Rob White.
Yes, because Quinton had the 1st down.
Kind of looked like a loose flag to me a little bit. It felt like Rob just touched it and it fell out.
Well, he was there.
I don't know. Fair enough, but that's, I'm just saying check your flags, people. Equipment violations are my thing.
It is a flag from a different league than ours, so it would make
Oh,
sense
yeah, that's why it sucked.
Oh, wow, nice catch
Huge
there.
catch by Gochi. Looked like flag
Wow.
guard.
Looking like Cam
I
Scadaboo
don't,
on that
you call him
play.
that a flag guard now, Terry?
It did look like flag guard.
No. A little bend to the hip, raise the arm up. I'm happy with it.
If John's not saying flag
If
guard,
I'm not saying flag guard, I called Willie for a flag guard in first half here.
Oh, well, I heard you even called your mama for a flag guard and she wasn't playing.
Is this a mama joke?
No,
Is this
I'm
what's
just saying you
happening?
guys went for a flag guard.
Well, what kind of level of,
No, shout out
discourse
to-
are we at
to
here?
Jillian, we love Jillian. Great. Maybe she's watching.
Hi, Mom.
So it's-
Hi, Way, if she's watching.
Nice catch there made by
A
Will.
brilliant catch. It's your good coverage.
by Will, eh?
Java, yeah. But I can't get over how much he looks like Cam Scadaboo, Terry. I mean, this is scary.
Scadaboo or Scadaboo?
It's Scadaboo.
Scadaboo. New York Giants. Rob taking a shot down the middle.
Oh, gotta bring that in. It's that early turn that screws
Yeah.
you over.
Oh, look, a little like extracurricular activities after that one, eh?
Yeah.
Quentin
Little,
there talking.
Chit-chatting. Maybe they're asking what they're gonna get for lunch after the game.
That's what I assume generally.
You're gonna get poutine or fried. You're gonna get a Coke with that or a Diet Coke.
Vegan buble.
Ooh, we're gonna pass on that. Second down and look, a bit of a tough catch there made, but I think that's a ball to take to bring down, especially on
I think
first
so
down.
too. Yeah. It is D4 though.
Yeah.
It's not D1, Willie.
Yeah, no, that is true. I wouldn't.
If it was
have-
D1, it would be you dropping it.
Oh, 100%. Dropping a pick.
Yeah.
We got trips left.
We call that the Nick Kusai hands.
Oh, it's weird. And then-
Oh, he just threw it to him.
Okay, so we've just jinxed this entire game right now. We have back-to-back drops by this Alouettes.
And that was a drop on the pitch play. I think Jonathan Woodley was already thinking
What
about
is
that.
what is with these orange, red, green, yellow?
Yeah, this is like daycare stuff.
Like
we really
this
got,
is.
we gotta,
Don't we
gotta
have
figure
more
this out,
orange
man.
pennies for these people?
Yeah, we have all the colors we want.
Come on now,
Uh,
Rob White. I put this on you. He's the captain,
Hey,
right? Who's the captain?
It's Rob White.
Then I put it on Rob
It
White.
is a free agent team, to be fair.
I don't.
I mean, the orange and the red is okay, but then the yellow and the green.
Free agent doesn't mean sloppily dressed.
Well, you could call that. We got a short pass there to Mario. We got Max
down.
signaling for the first down
That's a
here.
good spot. That's a good spot. That was the first down.
Move the chains here, right? Not pretty, but getting the job done.
Have you ever seen Parc LeBert this pretty?
The field is looking great. It's a beautiful day out here. I hear it's 25, 26 max. That's beautiful. And I was walking just the field before carrying the trophies. You guys weren't helping at all.
Oh, it was a little hard. We were live on the air.
Oh, excuses. That's what it is. But yeah, no, I was just saying, like, there are some spots on the field that we walked by that last year would have been mud patches by now, dirt patches, and they're fine. That little sneaky game on a park I won't name, where we didn't play here that week, and we played on another park, which we may or may not have had permission to play on, really helped because we avoided the worst day of rain. Oh, yes, there it is. Holding for sure.
So Rob getting held behind line of scrimmage there by Arnaud.
Yeah.
Hungry for another sack. There's 2 flags on the play. I believe they're both for the holding. They'll take the yards at the end of the play there, an automatic first down.
Yeah.
But yes, LeBert looking fine, and I think Kevin came at 2 o'clock in the morning, cut the grass, because the grass looks freshly cut as well.
We were talking. I was talking to Jason earlier because he talks to the city a bit more, and it's too short. It's a little bit too short right now.
What makes it too short?
It almost looks fake.
I think when it's this short, something about
It burning?
precipitation. I don't know, man. I'm not a grassist.
I thought you knew everything.
That's why I put
Grassist.
Willie in charge.
One can only try. One can fake it till you make it.
If I was French, I'd call it a pelouser.
But we could definitely be playing at LeBert a little more often this fall.
Yeah. Just skip the wet days, and it's great.
I say we play exclusively at LeBert.
Maybe not exclusively.
We got the crowd chanting here on first down. Rob scanning the field. A nice little dump-off pass there. A first down and a heck of a lot more. Deflag there by Quentin. It'll be a first down and 10. Great gain there.
You know, Willie's call not to punt is looking better and better.
Well, even if Rob was a pick 6 on this play, it was still a bad decision. I don't think Rob will do that. Rob is careful with the ball. Evans, what do you think happens here? We got a first down, first and 10, not end goal here. 12-12 ball game. What are you looking to do if the Alouettes?
I mean, 90% of Rob's passes have been like nice little short dink and dunks. I don't know why he'd suddenly change that when he has a shorter field to work with.
Well said, well said. Watch the stop and go long bomb here on first down.
Well, let's ask Terry Terry Romo over here.
I think it's going to Woodley. Nope,
See?
no.
Oh, look, dink and dunk. Look at that.
Yep, good stuff.
Johnny Romo.
So now we're on the 6-yard line outside red zone. Do you? Oh no, look. ball placed at the 9, actually.
For anyone not getting the reference, Tony Romo is an announcer. It's Willie's favorite player of all time.
Second least favorite.
Who's your least favorite?
It rhymes with Bomb Beatty.
I can't put that together. I
Yeah.
don't know why you don't like him.
Yeah,
He
well-
seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he only cheats for a living and does weird things.
He's
But we
got a lot to say
second
this
down.
girl.
We got a second out here. And let's not
He's got
forget.
strong feelings about a dude he doesn't know.
What if Jesus told him to do it?
Oh.
Oh no, Jesus would never do that. That's blasphemy, Terry. That's complete blasphemy. Second down here, Rob White's getting the field.
Oh.
Throwing once again to Cam Scottibu getting tackled. Just short.
I'm telling you, this is what's going to go on, man.
Yeah.
Could have called this. Why would he throw it to the back of the end zone where all their quick safeties are sitting when I mean, it was what, second and 7 on the 8-yard line,
Yeah.
and they're 5-6 yards back. Yeah, just throw a 3-yard pass. See what your receiver can do.
There you go. You got
These got to creep up a little there.
Yeah. You got third and about 1 here from the 2 or the 2.5 yard line here. He's been targeting Mario quite a bit in these short situations here. So if the defense here, maybe
You guys watched that Hall of Fame game the other day?
No.
Good
Oh, I
call.
did.
Good call.
You watched it?
No. Why would I?
I just know the opening kickoff was a fumble. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. Classic NFL.
We got trips to the left here. Rob looking for the pitch play. Once again, hitting Woodley in stride. Touchdown. Alouettes. 18-12 lead. And that pitch play, Terry, that has been
There's
either
a
the
flag on the play. There's a late flag on the play.
Ooh. What
course.
do we think, boys?
Let's
We
hope
think we're discussing if it was an underhand pass, because it was not.
it was not.
It's definitely a sidearm.
Don't think it was rusher interference.
I think they are discussing what kind of pass it was. Yes, and
Touchdown stands.
I saw Kevin asked Rob White 1 or 2.
I'm being told that my mic sounds much louder than you guys. Maybe I'll put my mouth away from it a little bit. I had my mouth directly over it. I was licking it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Or just you're yelling a little
I
bit.
just
But that's
I
okay.
like to know what things taste like. It's how I.
Did you ask
It's
it
like
if it
a
was
dog.
vegan though?
How I feel my way around the world. Was that
Are you sure it's not vegan? Are you sure it's vegan though?
the mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I checked.
Maybe
I
it was
checked
made
the packaging.
Or else I have to pull it away from you, Evans. You know that.
So wait, what was the penalty? Did anyone? I stopped paying attention.
Uh,
Go.
I think they were discussing if it was there was no flag on the play.
Okay.
They were discussing, I believe, what you said if it was overhand, underhand.
Let's put some more. Let's stop the game a little more. That's
So
what I
we
like.
got
Now it really feels like pro ball. Where we aim randomly just to move something.
2-minute
2
warning.
inches.
It is 18-12 ball game here.
With
Team-
3 minutes remaining.
We yet to hit an
That was a
extra
long
point
drive,
here,
eh?
Terry. We got a double quarterback here, Willie. A fake handoff to Willie, then a toss
Oh,
back
this
to Willie.
ain't
We
gonna
got the
work.
rusher
This
here,
ain't gonna
Willie,
work.
trying to make the rusher work. No good.
That's Matias with the sack on that one.
And look, we haven't called Matias's
What's
name.
the score here? 18-12?
18-12.
3 minutes to go. 3:33
How
to be
long
exact.
is that drive?
It was-
Long.
So
Why don't you like Tony Romo? What did he do to you?
Yeah, no, and he's just a little bit annoying. Like he thinks he's cool. Like nobody wants to know the
Who
play before it
does he-
happens. Okay, if I
Nobody wants. I'll
No.
tell you what, the defense wants to know the play before it happens.
if I'm watching a whodunit with my parents, I don't want to know who done it midway into the movie. I want to know who done it when the movie's almost
I find
over.
it adorable that you're watching with your parents.
Yeah.
he does everything. He
I've
snuggles
done
with
the
them.
same thing though.
Quentin evading.
I mean, with Will's parents, I've watched some whodunits. His mom gets snuggly.
Oh boy. Sorry, folks. Trying to be professional here. It's a little bit difficult.
I'm
We
not.
got
Mrs. Power.
Hey, Mom, if you're
Mrs.
listening,
Power.
shout out to my mama.
If you're nasty, right?
Sweet pea.
Woo! If you're listening, Mama, I appreciate you. I'm where I'm because of you, Mama. I made it. We got second down
Look at
here.
me now, mama. You're a big boy now.
Not so big, not so big. We got second down here. Just over 3 minutes to go.
So John spoke about the long drive before, and I'm looking at the time of possession. In this half, there have been 18 total minutes so far. Rob White and the Alouettes have had the ball for 15 of those 18 minutes
This is
in
what
the
I'm
second
on
half.
about. This is what
That's
I'm on about.
crazy. This is only the Underdog's second drive of the half, and there's 3 minutes remaining, and they punted on the first one.
Good play there. Finally getting the superstar involved in this game. Going to set up on about 3rd and 3. Okay, guys, all kidding aside here, are you going a little bit quickly just in case you don't score and you want to have a chance to get the ball back, or are you milking this clock here and trying to get the extra point for the win?
I'm thinking we got to score. I'm not concerned about the clock.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
enough time to score. I got to get the points.
And
on the
trust
board.
your defense, right?
Yeah, well, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But
Yeah.
the most important thing right now is scoring, because if we don't score, there's nothing to talk about after that. Underdogs down 1 touchdown, 6 points, late in the game, 3 minutes remaining. They've only possessed the ball for 3 total minutes in this half.
Quentin Tucky running to his left, picking up the first down. And a little bit more there, tackled by Woodley. Nice gain there of about 5 yards there. And look, moving the chains now.
Look, I wouldn't be surprised if Quinton wins every second play till the end of the game right now.
Yeah, if it's me, I have Rob come from one side, make sure he doesn't double back, and have a guy sit at home on the other side. Like, whatever. Like, take away the run, make him throw the ball.
But LeBear's home of the MFL. It's not the home of anyone else. You said it's at home.
Oh, stay home.
Stay
I
home.
got that one a second late. That was a bit cheesy. First down here,
That was
Quinton.
as bad as Tony
has
Rowe.
look in the middle there, intercepted
by Jonathan Woodley!
by Woodley, making his presence felt on
Huge
both
play.
sides of the ball. Great there, play by
Great
Woodley.
pick.
Matt, it looked like he was baited. He went a little bit more to his right. Quinton throws it in the middle there and jumps, making a
Man,
play.
diving out, sacrificing the body to make that catch. Looks like me on defense out there.
Wow. I mean, it would be you if it was one-handed, but great play
Yeah,
there.
I don't put two hands. That's cheating.
Hey, come
That's
on
cheating
now.
for me.
Great
That's
play.
a league rule. I'm only allowed to use one hand. I'm not allowed to try. That's that's what it says.
That's what it is. The Grizzly Gear getting a touchdown and an interception. Thierry, do you have a time check on this game?
There should be just under 3 minutes remaining.
Just under 3 minutes here. Don't think it won't be all she wrote.
Actually, 1:31.
Wow, okay, so completely off
Of
there.
course, there were like at least 3 plays there,
Yeah.
and like there were 3 minutes when they got the ball back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Come on now.
Okay, so you got to call these timeouts almost instantly here. Rob White faking to the run, faking to the right, running to his opposite side. Nice.
Sacked.
That's not the
Sack
worst.
there.
That's not the worst.
No,
Why is
I'm sure that Underdogs
Fourth
are at least
sack
thinking.
of the game. You gotta call timeout if you're Underdogs.
Yeah.
There's no questions to ask. Did they not call it?
Well, I'm asking you a question. How have they called timeout?
I think they did. I think I saw Max pointing.
The rest gotta.
I saw no one making the timeout signal, but I did
Yes.
see Max pointing to the right,
Okay.
and
We
it
need at
certainly
least one
wasn't a
official
first down.
to wave the arms.
We would like that. Who's
like
the head
a-
here? Who's the head official?
It's Kevin Cousset.
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Honestly,
You're not gonna
okay.
get nothing out of that. I mean,
I mean, you go and you ask for it at that point.
I mean, it's a miracle he has a shirt on.
Good call. All right, boys, we got a 6-point game here. Walmart looking to keep it safe. Taking the snap here on second down. Wrap around to Woodley. Hands off to Woodley. Woodley takes it off and run. We're into the outside there, tucking and running. Nice gain there.
Why are there 3 lines in the middle?
It's MFL board. We don't ask those questions. A nice
point.
safe play. Nice safe play that made there. We got a third and about 6 coming up. What do you guys think of the play call there?
I like it.
Yeah,
Low
yeah,
risk.
like no risk.
Yeah.
What are you gonna fumble?
We've seen weirder things happen.
But even if you do, even if you drop that handoff, who cares? You lose 5 yards,
And you could run the next play.
and you can run the next play.
Good call.
So we have 1:22 remaining on the clock. It's third and
Who's
about
presenting
5.
the trophy and the shirts, boys?
I think you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, one of you. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we doing an interview after? How does that work?
We'll go with the flow.
We got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mic set up for it.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna
MVP of the game.
commentate on the next.
Oh no, do we have to decide that?
I'm
We'll keep
gonna
it.
oh, I didn't get things for that.
Oh, there's no MVP?
Well, we could vote for MVP, but there's no trophy.
Oh, okay.
Announcing live on air.
All right, we got folks. Play of the game here.
I mean, it's gotta
Third
be Woodley,
down.
right?
Sorry?
It's gotta be Woodley, from what I've seen.
Oh, yes.
Rob looking to his right. Incomplete pass there. Great defensive play made.
So Underdogs might get the ball back right now.
Wow.
Calling their third and final timeout. Max pointing. No one signaling for the timeout.
No.
So do you punt in this situation, John?
Past the 50, past midfield. No. You don't punt past midfield.
I mean, if you're gonna punt one, may as well punt 2, 3, 4 times. If you punt it once,
No,
I
just
mean,
punt it all day.
I mean, come on.
You know what? I'd punt on first down.
Save your
You don't want to throw a pick 6, right? I mean,
Can't throw an interception.
Just
you
makes
don't throw the
sense.
ball.
all right, folks, we got a 4th down here coming up, and no timeouts for Underdogs. Is that correct, ladies and gentlemen? Gentlemen.
Yeah.
So a first down here would seal it and would have the Alouettes hosting the Div 4 championship here. All comes down to this, folks. First of all, what play do you think is coming up, and what defense do you think the Underdogs are running here?
I think Alouettes going right back to that exact same comeback to the first down. Woodley, where Rob overthrew him, and Woodley made a huge adjustment.
All right, folks, here's the game. We got 4th down. Rob's kind of the field. A first down would pretty much seal this game. Rob taking the snap, going outfield, bobbling it, throwing down the middle, and it's first down. Misty flag. First down
I'm
for
gonna
Mario.
check out because I gotta get trophy going, but
All right.
I'll be back.
Thanks, man. Great having you. The so-called commish was a great job coming up. I think that is the game, folks.
That is game.
That is the game.
Kevin Cousset calls game, and Rob White is your D4 champion once again. Alouettes, congratulations. Your first champions of the day.
We had an 18-12 finish here for the Alouettes. Terry down 12-6 in this game at halftime. Putting the team on his back was Rob White and Woodley. Man, Terry, low-scoring affair.
I think I called it on the show.
I think you
said
said
high
18-12. I actually think you said 18-12
I think I
Alouettes.
did say 18-12.
I'm not going back to check. I don't want to know. But you did pick the Alouettes to win this game.
I did pick the Alouettes, and you picked the Underdogs.
I picked the Underdogs.
Look, experience. I said it early in the game. It's really, really difficult to win your first finals. Look, we've been to finals before. I've lost, I think, 3 or 4 finals in a row before getting my first championship.
Yeah.
So it is extremely difficult. We spoke to Quinton earlier in the game. He seemed ready. He seemed a little bit stressed. Rob looked like he was there, been there, done that. Woodley with the game-changing play in this one. Underdogs down 6 with 3 minutes to go, driving, and Jonathan Woodley literally jumping out of nowhere and snagging that ball and giving Alouettes a chance to milk the clock and be your Division 4 champions this spring.
That was huge, right? The touchdown there on the pitch play and then the interception. I just love the calm, cool demeanor by this team. And look, this team goes deeper than Robin Woodley, right? You have Quinn making big plays in this game. You also have Mario getting the first down there to...
hey, Mario getting the first catches of the game and getting the last catch of the game to seal it.
That's the cherry on top there. And a good defensive play made. Good Converse didn't end up coming back to bite either team. Look, I mean, all kidding aside there, we joke about punting and not punting there, but Underdogs deciding to punt there. I guess regretting that decision now, but a good game. And look, if you're Underdogs, Terry, a lot to look forward to for next season. You have a great quarterback in Quinton. You have a great defense. You have great receivers. Look, this team, you don't want to say they overachieved this year, but they had to win just to get into the playoffs, right? They had a play-in game.
Being the 9th seed and making it to the finals, I think you could say they overachieved. I think they could leave the park and look with their heads up, look at themselves in the mirror and be really proud of what they did. This team joined the season. I think they went 5-5 or 4-6. Wasn't even sure they're making the playoffs on the last day. They played that 7:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. play-in game against A Squad there. They won a tight one. They took out the first seed of all of Division 4 in the Spartans. And then they beat DTS, the strongest undefeated team coming up from Division 5. They accomplished a lot this season. Quinton accomplished a lot in his first season as a quarterback. I think one of the youngest quarterbacks in MFL history to make a finals.
Right.
A finals appearance.
Look, only up from here, so it's definitely a tough pill to swallow. But good thing is, fall season starts in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So not too much.
August 16th, the fall season.
Not too much of a break there. I'm not sure we have. We're doing an interview.
I don't know. I know we're running a little tight on time, so the women's division final will have to start shortly. Oh, we do have a guest here coming. Who will it be? Will it be?
Rob, my man. Rob, come. With the trophy, everything.
So we have Division 4 champion Robert White. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Take my
Yeah, I'm not sure. Am I allowed to talk to you after picking against you once again? And you telling.
I forgot all about that, man. I'm so excited.
So Rob, look, low-scoring affair. You guys were down 12-6 at half. You did exactly what you needed to do. March down the field, score when you needed to, and you put the team on your back and you clutched up when it needed to be. How difficult was this game and was this season for you guys? Right, there was ups and downs throughout the whole season.
Yeah, it was a very difficult game, a very difficult season at the start. But we just continued to get better every week. Getting a couple of late season additions helped out a lot, and we just continued to go. But it was a very hard struggle.
One thing we questioned on the air was that punt late in the first half. Walk us through it. Not going for it on 4th and 5. Was it knowing that you got the ball to start the second half that made you guys punt? Because we know you don't normally
that was
punt.
a big part of it. I've made mistakes in the past not punting in those situations and giving teams late scores in the half. So I just decided I didn't want to try to go for it, because even if we got it, I didn't think that we were going to be able to score anyway. So I figured just run the clock off, punt, and make sure that they didn't get a late score, which I've given up a couple of times in the past, and it's not been good.
Hey, big plays made late in the game. Clutch Woodley coming up big, right? That touchdown late in the game. You guys had that pitch play working and that nice interception. What could you say about this team as a whole, right? Because there's Woodley, but you also have some unsung heroes. Mario getting the first catch of the game and the last catch to see that they're great hands. And you guys seem to be connecting from the start of the game.
Yeah,
Mario.
Yeah, it was open a lot. Their safety, their quarterback, who was also safety, was mostly playing back a lot. So it opened up the middle that I was able to pick on one defender, go a lot to the middle. A questionable call that I think we did was going for it the first drive of the half, where we were deep in our zone and it was 4th and long, and Woodley came up with a huge catch.
Yeah.
To go, but it was just...
It looked like the ball floated a little bit. He adjusted backed up and went up there and got it.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be a comeback. It wasn't there. They covered it very well. So I basically just tried to put it up for him behind the comeback.
And is this how you thought about the game when you were planning for it? Did you think it'd be a low-scoring game like this? Or did you think it'd be a little more fireworks?
I always expect to score more points, for sure. And no, I didn't think it would have been. I didn't expect us to have
To
only
win a
6
championship
points
with
at the
18
half.
points.
No, you usually expect that you would have to score more points than that.
Yeah.
But it's been the way it's been the last 2 weeks. Our defense has been playing very well. And like, even though I'm quarterback, when I come into the game, I'm a lot thinking that defensive play and defensive play calling is going to be very important, almost more than the offense.
Yeah.
And I knew they were going to be a tough team to stop. Simo Valiquette, Quinton was having a monster playoffs, a monster season.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really, really tough game.
Yeah, and it's tough for you too, right? Not only you're the quarterback, but rushing a lot. I was telling Terry off air, it's a lot on your shoulders, right? You got like arguably 2 of the most important positions in flag. You're not taking a break, right? You're running full speed and trying to avoid the rusher too, St. Jean, who's very quick. So a lot on your shoulders in this game. But you did a good job containing Quinton, and even when you didn't get sacks there, you had him a little bit flustered running out of the pocket.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I tried. It was a tough match. I think he won the matchup all around, but I made a couple of plays when it counted.
That's what the scoreboard says, and that's not what this baby here says, right?
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Rob. Congratulations once again. I know you have
Thank you very
another
much.
finals later in the day.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
hope you kept some in the tank for that.
Absolutely.
So go enjoy this.
You guys have a finals
Yes,
also.
that's
I will be watching, and
Yeah.
best of luck to you guys in the
Thank you.
finals.
Appreciate it. Congrats, Rob. Well
Thanks a
deserved,
lot,
man.
guys.
Here you go.
Appreciate it.
Go enjoy this with your teammates.
We got the
We got the women's division coming up in about 5 minutes, folks. Thanks for tuning in to this Division 4 finals. Running a little bit late on schedule, but that's fine. We're outdoors having a
Come
beautiful
on
day.
now.
Five,
Got our
one
coffee.
finals down, 5 finals to go. We'll catch you right back with the division, women's division finals in a few minutes.
Be back, folks. See you soon. Welcome back here to our second championship. We got the women's division here. Just past 10:30, we got a special guest, Tamara Journeau, joining us here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Ça me fait plaisir. Bonjour.
Yeah, bonjour, bonjour. And we'll probably be doing a French-English because Lord knows my French is definitely not as good as yours. But great to have you. I'll be asking you questions live on air. So yeah, thank you for joining us. And what a better day than to have flag football on a Saturday.
Ouais, c'est une journée parfaite aujourd'hui là, pour jouer au flag. En effet, gros soleil, on aime ça. Ça nous rend de bonne humeur. Je suis bien contente d'être ici. Merci de m'avoir invité d'ailleurs.
Bien sûr, bien sûr. Yeah, we have in this game we got Crazy Bees against Drama Queens here. Looks like they're getting ready to their first snap here. We're gonna have Crazy Bees on offense. So tomorrow we have the Underdogs here taking the ball first. We got the 10-0 Drama Queens finished. They went undefeated, so looking to capitalize on their undefeated season. We got a first and 10 here coming up.
J'ai bien hâte de voir les stratégies aujourd'hui. C'est la première fois que je viens voir en fait un match de
Du
cette
MFL,
ligue.
oui.
Ouais.
All right, folks, we got a first and 10 coming up here for Crazy Bees. We got the snap, going to the left, taking a shot. Oh, great defensive play right
oui.
there.
On était présents, j'aime ça en défensive. On a les genoux pliés, on est penchés, on regarde ce qui se passe autour. On était prêts à attaquer. C'est excellent.
Alors, Tamara, too, you've been playing flag football for a long time. Pretty jealous you got that Team Canada shirt. I was going to steal it off you there. Can you tell us about a little bit about your flag career and where you're at now, actually, in terms of flag football?
Oui, mais en ce moment, je suis blessée. J'ai malheureusement mon ACL qui a torn.
Oh boy.
Ouais.
Je suis désolé.
Ça fait partie de sa game. Oh! Oh! On a été jusqu'au bout. C'est toujours dangereux de venir lancer au centre, mais j'aime qu'on essaie quand même. Sinon, oui, moi, j'ai commencé il y a déjà 20 ans, le flag football, en secondaire 1. Et maintenant, j'ai joué à l'université, à l'UQAM. Puis l'année passée, j'ai eu la chance de représenter Team Canada. On était à la Coupe du monde en Finlande. Puis cette année, malheureusement, dû ma blessure, c'est un peu plus difficile de pouvoir participer à l'équipe canadienne vu le haut niveau maintenant.
Wow, awesome. So we got an all-star here. We're lucky to have you in the booth.
On fait ce qu'on peut.
So it actually seemed to be a catch there on second down.
Ah ouais, finalement.
We got third down and manageable coming up. Crossbody throw to Lauriane, no good here. We got a fourth down. I'm not sure if you're listening here early on, Tamara, but I'm not a big fan of punting. I usually go for it at all costs on fourth down. Here early on in the game, okay, so it is a punt. What do you think? What do you think of the decision to punt this early on?
Ouais, moi non plus, je suis pas vraiment une fan de punt. J'aime mieux qu'on l'essaye, qu'on y va, mais je peux comprendre en même temps la décision. Si on se rend compte que l'autre équipe va nous arrêter directement là, c'est peut-être plus sage de commencer par cette façon de faire-là, même si moi non plus, je ne suis pas fan de ça.
All right, we got Roxanne here ready to take the snap. She's been quarterback for a few games, receiver / defender / QB / athlete for this team, leading them to 10-0, looking to become the 1972 Dolphins and go for another undefeated season.
Hâte de voir ça, hâte de voir leur offensive, à quoi ça ressemble.
They've been putting up points in a hurry. First down here, Roxanne taking the snap. Quick short pass there to the outside, just out of reach.
On n'hésite pas, la balle est lancée rapidement. C'est difficile dans ce temps-là pour la rusheuse. Je crois que la rusheuse, c'est la joueuse qui est très, très grande. Donc, c'est un bon défi dans ce temps-là pour les carrières. Alors, la solution de lancer rapidement, c'est une bonne idée. Il faut juste que les receveurs soient prêts à recevoir le ballon.
It makes it difficult for the to pass by the middle of the field, right? Like those 5-yard in, 10-yard in, a little bit more. They got to be more of a touch pass. All right, we got second down and 10. Roxanne taking the snap. Looks like a bit triple slants. Ooh, incomplete pass there. So maybe a few jitters here to start the game for both quarterbacks here. We got a third and 10 coming up.
C'est correct quand on essaie au début. Il y a toujours un petit stress quand même quand c'est une finale. Des fois, on y va quand même avec nos jeux qu'on connaît. On est plus à l'aise, mais des fois, une petite adaptation, ça prend pour commencer le tout. La défensive est quand même aussi passive. On regarde ce qui se passe. Pour l'instant, c'est aussi une bonne solution à la défensive de regarder avant d'agir trop rapidement et faire des erreurs à ce moment-là.
We got a third down situation here. Roxanne looking deep here. Fighting Kayla for a first down and a whole lot more. She picks up a great gain on 3rd down and 10 there, moving the chains. And Tamara, she's been a one-woman wrecking crew for this team. She has, I think it was 22 touchdowns, 17 plus interceptions on the season for this team. So if you're the Crazy Bees defense, definitely got to keep an eye on her, and especially in key situations.
Wow, c'est impressionnant. Mais en plus, je pense qu'on a surpris l'équipe adverse par le fait qu'on était beaucoup avec des jeux courts. Et là, soudainement, boum, on est allé avec la longue passe. Donc, la défensive était peut-être moins prête à utiliser ses jambes pour reculer plus rapidement.
Nice pass there, hitting Keela in stride. 10 seconds to the snap. Receiver's right to the line of scrimmage. Roxanne takes a snap, looking to her left. Oh! Great read there by Shamika. If she has her hands on that, that looks like it could have been a pick 6 there. I like the gamble there, right? You give up 2-3 yards by missing it there, but way to be aggressive.
Moi aussi, j'aime ça quand on prend des risques. Un petit truc, là, des fois, mon coach, qu'est-ce qu'il me dit, là, c'est venir prendre la main opposée. Parce que si on prend la même main, des fois, il nous manque un petit moment pour aller chercher le ballon. Avec l'autre main, on peut aller chercher le pick automatiquement.
Wow. You learn something new every day. All right, 2nd down and about 7 here for Drama Queens. Roxanne taking the snap. Oh, nice catch. Great catch on the sideline. Biddle signaling for the first down. So we have a good job here by Drama Queens moving the ball down the field. We got a long bomb to move it first. Now a few short plays there, moving the chains once again.
Oui, puis les passes extérieures, ça fonctionne bien. La défensive, des fois, on n'ose pas prendre trop de risques alors on est présente à l'offensive. C'est des très bons choix d'y aller de cette façon-là.
When you play, usually do you guys play like zone defense, or do you usually go?
Avec notre coach, oui, c'est toujours du zone. C'est un zone spécial. On aime ça beaucoup mélanger la carrière, croiser à droite, à gauche, milieu, revient.
Okay. Got trips to the left here. Roxanne throwing a ball here.
Oh.
Great play there made by Sharmika, knocking the ball down. She's made her presence felt early on in this game. We got a 2nd down and 10. I like the fight here from Crazy Bees early on in the game.
Ouais, belle agressivité. On aime ça dès que le ballon est lancé. On y va dessus, on essaie, on prend des risques comme on disait tantôt. C'est ce qu'on veut voir, surtout en finale.
Exactly. Energy is good. Beautiful day. Thanks for tuning in here, folks. This is the 2nd of our 6 championship games. We've got Division 2 coming up next. Hopefully you'll join us for that. We've got a trips to the left here for Roxanne. Getting the ball, looking to her left, throwing, caught, and looks like there was either a flag guard or a block made.
Ouais.
Yeah, good call. Okay, so a 5-yard gain, setting up a 3rd and 5 here for Drama Queens. What do you usually like here? 3rd and 5. You have your almost and goal-to-goal situation here. They've done a good job marching the ball down the field. You want to score, right? You force a punt on your first drive. Hopefully you got to punch it in here. What play are you looking here for them to score?
Je pense qu'il faudrait quand même essayer d'aller un peu plus à l'arrière et venir croiser. En ce moment, on est resté beaucoup dans nos zones où on va vers l'extérieur. Peut-être des petits croisés à l'offensive, aller chercher derrière pour mélanger un peu la défensive. Ça pourrait être intéressant à observer pour pouvoir faire le toucher, le premier toucher en fait de la finale.
Exact. All right, let's see if that comes to fruition here. We got Roxanne calling a play here.
Et là, toi, tu connais tous les joueuses en pas mal, tu connais les statistiques, tu as tout ça dans ta tête.
I pretend. You got to fake it till you make it, you know? We got a 3rd down here coming up. Oh, big Roxanne drops the ball. Looked like a good snap here. Maybe she took her eyes off the ball, looking to see where her read was. We got 4th down coming up. Big 4th down here early on in this game. Got Lorianne coming back to the huddle. This would be a big stop for, Crazy Bees. Punting on their first drive, bending here, not breaking. Looked like Drama Queens were going to come in for the score. We got a big 4th down here.
Puis à la défensive, c'est quand même un stress de moins quand on sait c'est 4e essai. On peut vraiment attendre sur la ligne, réagir et pas obligé de prendre de risques nécessairement. C'est toujours rassurant.
All right, let's see what happens here. We got a 4th down coming up early on in this game. Big play. Roxanne looking, throwing to her right. Incomplete pass there. Pass was a little bit high there, and we got a turnover on downs. No harm, no foul, 0-0 ball game, and the Crazy Bees defense bend but doesn't break, and looking to score the first touchdown of the game now on offense.
C'est excitant. J'ai aimé aussi la défensive. On a été quand même patiente, ce qui fait en sorte que c'est plus dur des fois pour la carrière de faire sa lecture quand on est patiente parce qu'on ne sait pas nécessairement où est-ce que la défensive va se placer. Alors, ils ont bien fait ça. Je sais pas si ça apparaît, mais je suis une fille de défensive, donc j'aime beaucoup parler de la défense.
You have me confused with all these terms.
Ça, c'est grâce à mon coach.
Or we got a first down here coming up for the Crazy Bees. 0-0 ball game. Maybe an all hooks here, a drag, just to get this drive going. Snap is dropped. We got a 2nd and 10. Second time that happens in 3 plays. Maybe a few jitters, championship game, live broadcast, quite a few fans.
Non, c'est ça, c'est sérieux, c'est stressant. Des fois, on pense à plein de choses en même temps. Donc là, la carrière, dès qu'on reçoit le ballon, fait en sorte que justement nos yeux vont ailleurs. Donc, c'est des erreurs qui peuvent se passer. Mais ça s'efface. Il faut passer au prochain jeu. C'est ça le plus important.
Next play mentality, as they say.
Ouais.
Second down here coming up. Takes the snap, looking to the middle. Kayla,
Oh!
nice play, looking for Shamika there. Good job with Kayla playing defense there, setting up a 3rd and 10. Looked like it was in there, an in just before the first down. Great defensive play made, setting up a 3rd and long now.
Ouais, on est allé agressif, on a regardé qu'est-ce qui se passait, on a vu où est-ce qu'on voulait lancer le ballon. Puis souvent, c'est bien de reconnaître une joueuse que la carrière aime lancer la balle. Comme ça, on va jouer en fonction autour peut-être de cette joueuse-là pour s'assurer que cette joueuse-là ne reçoive pas la balle et ça peut quand même déstabiliser la carrière.
We've got the crowd really getting into this game. Yeah, gotta love it. All right, we got trips to the right. Players getting set for Crazy Bees. We got the snap. Looks like Loren's running a wheel route. We got a drag underneath that. Nice catch. A few yards. D flag right away. Looks like a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Setting up a 4th down and 5. You most definitely have to go for it here. No questions asked. Yes, we got about a 4th and 5 coming up. They punted on their first drive. Doesn't look like they'll do the same here. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Ça va nous rendre heureux.
Oui,
on
exact.
aime ça, nous, on veut qu'on l'essaie.
Completely forget what we said they are punting.
Non!
So we completely jinxed it. We got back-to-back punts now. This is getting ridiculous. From the Crazy Bees. So we have 3 possessions, no scores. Defensive battle so far.
C'est pour ça que j'aime les Lions à la NFL parce qu'ils vont toujours pour le 4e essai.
Oh, wow. That's it. You gotta love Dan Campbell, right? Gotta love
Ouais.
Dan Campbell.
Ouais.
I mean, I just think completion percentage wise, you cannot go for that. You have to punt that. This is going to be a defensive game. So
The 4-letter word doesn't work in our vocabulary. We don't say that.
I love a good punt.
Watch yourself.
Classique.
We got 1st and 10 here. Roxanne taking the snap. Looking short, finding the receiver short. Nice D flag there. Gain of about 2-3.
On est allé pour l'intérieur, ça faisait longtemps, je pense, ou peut-être même la première fois qu'on a fait un tracé pour l'intérieur et lancer ce tracé-là. Ce qui fait en sorte des fois, c'est encore plus simple de rejoindre sa receveuse.
Like, to me, you just got to have eyes on Kayla deep. And other than that, your short coverage is good. I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah, hit them on that 3rd and 10.
Well, that was their big play, right?
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Kayla down the middle for like half the field.
Roxanne, ooh, dangerous pass. Incomplete pass. I got to admit, besides that deep ball there, like you said to Kayla, I've been pretty impressed with this Crazy Bees defense. Tamara, it looks like they're playing a bit more zone than man here, and they seem to be dishing off the drags to each other.
And
Exactement.
that's why you punt the ball, because your defense is playing well, Willie.
Tamara, what were you saying?
Le punt peut quand même être une option, je comprends, mais faut risquer. Faut risquer parce que là, ça va toujours être la même chose. Sinon,
But you can't give them the ball on your 8-yard line or whatever it would
Tamara's
be.
being nice, John. Okay, it's just being nice.
Yeah.
Or we got a 3rd and long coming up here for John McQueen's. Roxanne looking deep, ball floating.
Oh, that's... Ooh.
There is
I
a
don't...
flag.
They're going to call pass interference here, but I feel that ball was uncatchable.
It looked uncatchable.
That ball landed 5 yards short of her.
ouais, des fois, c'est quand même une pénalité, mais dans ce cas-là, c'est différent. Je pense que c'est plus que tout le monde allait pour le ballon parce que justement, la balle était un peu trop short.
The defender was not looking at the ball. Her back was turned when she made contact, which is a penalty, but the ball has to be catchable. And in my opinion, that ball landed 5 yards short when the receiver was turning around.
Ouais, c'est ça. C'est
So-
quand elle réagit au ballon parce que l'autre voit pas. Ouais, c'est ambigu. Ça
But at least
dépend.
we're seeing some offense out
Hey,
there.
let's go. We'll take it. We'll take it. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs here for the John McQueens. Roxanne looking at her playbook. taking the snap, looking left, throwing right.
Oh.
Dangerous pass there. Drag, almost intercepted. No harm, no foul. Ball falls to the ground, 2nd and 10.
It was the right receiver, just high and behind, making it dangerous.
Ouais, la lecture est bonne. On a encore essayé vers l'intérieur. C'est juste que si la balle est mal lancée, il y a beaucoup de trafic. Il y a beaucoup de monde en défensive, alors il y a plus de risques justement de rabat, d'interception. Il faut s'assurer que la balle soit bien dans les mains.
I think I would call that she threw her covered.
Not open, eh? Like the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that. Never heard that one before.
Mais j'ai l'impression, faudrait peut-être que je revoie la reprise, mais pas mal de gens étaient cover. C'est mon feeling, mais...
Yeah, these Crazy Bees defenders swarming to the ball, if you get what I'm
Oh.
saying. 2nd down and 10 here. Roxanne
Physically
rolling to her
hurts
right.
me. Oh, nice
Oh,
sack,
wow.
nice sack.
Oh, with the sack there.
Yeah.
First
Yeah, you
defender
gotta
got
watch
her
the
there.
whole game,
Yeah,
Willie.
that's true. Not just
Gotta
part,
watch-
eh? Wow. So we got a 3rd and 14 here. Great play.
Making that punt look real smart.
Oh, boy.
Ce serait,
Yeah, no, sorry.
ce serait intéressant de voir aussi différents niveaux. Parce que là, on est beaucoup dans le court et dans le long, mais le middle zone n'est pas tant utilisé. Puis je pense que ça pourrait aussi mélanger un peu la défensive, que là, la défensive attend sur une ligne un peu comme un lanes, ce qui facilite un peu la tâche. Que si on s'amusait à jouer avec différents niveaux, je pense que ça pourrait être une belle option.
Yeah, for sure, like a levels play where you have one short, one mid, and just send someone deep to clear out the safety.
En plein ça.
But that middle depth throw is the hardest throw.
Wow, and we got neither of those. We got a run here by Roxanne, gain of about 2.
Well, that wasn't a design run. I'm going to say the last play was a designed run.
Yeah, fair enough. We got a 4th and long here coming up.
What would you do here, Willie? Punt?
I would throw the ball. So you see, what would I do? Would I throw or run? I would throw it.
Okay, so turnover is what you're turning it over. Okay. Fair
Yep.
enough.
I expect a long bong here. You talked about...
Let's see if it pays off.
Maybe a post wheel on the right side to Kayla, or hitting Kayla on a post, and then maybe a fly to the other side, making the defender choose.
I'm going to say a post punt. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
All right, folks, so both teams don't want to win this game.
Well, both teams don't want to lose. But come on, that's at 11. That was 4th and 11. There's been one pass over 10 yards so far. Are you really...
Meaning...
basic understanding of statistics would tell you to punt that ball.
All right, so we got another punt. We got a 0-0 ball game. Not sure how much time is left. Back at their own 5, our Crazy Bees. Tamara, what do you think of the slow start? Do you think the offenses are maybe miscommuting? Do you like the way the defenses are playing, or maybe just a few jitters here for the offenses?
Oui, en effet, c'est un match défensif, donc ce qui fait en sorte que la défensive est très patiente, comme je disais un peu plus tôt, donc c'est toujours plus difficile pour l'offensive à ce moment-là. Mais là, à un moment donné, il va falloir prendre des risques parce qu'il ne se passera rien, on s'entend.
All right, we got trips to the right here for Crazy Bees. Snap is taking. We got a sack. Doesn't look like to be a safety. Maybe
Not
at
a
the 1
safety.
1 yard.
The big thing to me is for Blue, Kayla as a safety takes away. She's intimidating to quarterbacks, I'm going to say. The Bees don't want to throw down, don't want to throw deep at all. They're just worried about Kayla there. I think you got to look her off and take a shot, though, at some point.
En plus, quand on a confiance en notre rocheuse, on y va justement avec du man-to-man, je pense que woman to woman. Donc, je pense que...
Wait, Blue is not man-to-man, are they?
là, juste le jeu d'avant était vraiment collé à leur joueuse, donc
Okay.
c'est mon
In that case, run some crossing routes.
Let's see if they
Ouais.
do that here. 2nd and
But
14.
I feel like I
coming
see
up.
Kayla dropping into safety every time. Yeah, that's safety
oui.
for sure. Ooh.
Cette fois-là, ouais.
Incomplete pass here. We got a 3rd and 14 coming up. And Lord knows if no yards are gained here, I think we're going to see a punt.
Oh, I thought we weren't saying that.
Well, you know what? I've become immune to it right now.
On a droit à des remises ici. On peut, côté règlement, là, la course, il n'y a pas d'interdiction quelconque. Parce que moi, dans mon 5 contre 5, la carrière ne peut pas courir.
Pas 2 jeux de suite.
2 jeux de suite.
Oui,
ok.
exact.
Mais on peut faire des jeux de remise.
Oui, exactement. Got a drag here to Lorianne, making a nice catch, getting deflagged right away.
See, I mean that's okay, except the completion percentage is too low. You know, you're getting sacked throwing an incomplete and then gaining like 4 yards on a drag. Like at some point you have to take shots because it's not worse than like an interception. You're scared about as a quarterback, but it's not worse than punting every time. It's not that much worse than
Right.
punting every time.
No, like you said, we're gonna take a risk here and there. Look, we got a punch here, but yeah, look, after that play, you got to assume that they weren't gonna go for it on fourth down. Maybe you pick up 8 or 9
Oh,
yards.
no,
and you
for
think
sure
about
not
it.
on fourth down. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, on third down, just throw it up. Throw it deep.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
it to
Ouais,
side.
c'est le-
Take a chance. Because 4 yards doesn't get you anything. If you're throwing a route that's going to be a punt on fourth down, why throw that ball?
Yeah, and
She's not going to gain 13 yards after a 2-yard catch.
and we've seen pass interference, right? So
So Québec ici, on parle français.
Why? And we got Laroche making his presence felt.
Laroche.
Well, look, you can never maybe a pass interference, right? We saw pass interference early on in the game. Maybe
Yeah.
third down, you
Ouais,
take a
The
shot.
2 biggest plays are throw to Kayla and a PI that was iffy.
Est-ce qu'on a le droit de se débarrasser du ballon ici en tant que carrière?
John, what does that mean?
So I can't really hear because I don't have.
Ah, c'est vrai. Excuse. Dans le fond, est-ce que la carrière peut se débarrasser just throw the ball even when there's no player around?
Oh,
No, but it's pretty hard to get called for intentional grounding. It has to be very obvious.
OK.
good game there. You need positive yards, Brad. At this point, you just need positive plays, get the ball, move it downfield there. A nice little inroad to Keela, picking up a good yard there on first down.
Là, je pense qu'il faut qu'on essaie des choses. Le temps avance. Même si c'est risqué, je pense qu'il faut qu'on fasse quelque chose. Parce que les défensives, ils ne changent pas. Donc là, c'est aux deux offensives, en fait, d'ajuster quelque chose en fonction des défensives qui ne changent pas.
I feel the defenses are playing well, but I feel like the offenses are just not clicking.
Non.
Oh, nice catch there.
Yeah.
There you go. As soon as I say they're not clicking,
They
big
click.
pass. There you go. They
Nice-
didn't want to hear it.
Nice play there by Roxanne, rolling to her right and just floating it over the defender there.
a
Dangerous
nice
pass
pass.
there, Tamara, but got the job done.
You know what? At this point, any pass over 15 yards, I'm calling not dangerous. It's worthwhile.
Mais c'est bien parce que la carrière a réussi à gagner du temps, ce qui fait en sorte des fois pour la défensive, c'est difficile de garder nos zones. Et c'est là qu'on peut se faire avoir. Et justement, ça a fonctionné. Il y avait même deux filles qui étaient complètement toutes seules dans le deep.
It's still a hard throw while you're rolling to the right to keep that ball in bounds, because the natural tendency is to overthrow it or
Exactement.
over-adjust.
And it's the wind is a factor today, right? Like right
It's,
on.
it's picking up. It's picking
Yeah.
up here and there for sure. Which is really annoying as a quarterback when there's no wind and then gusts. There you go. That's
Nice
you
little
know.
play there.
See if you can do that on first down. That's the play the one the Bees ran on third down. That should be the first down play. The quick easy pass to Lorianne, gain 2-3 yards, 4 yards. Make them cover the short.
Au début, on l'a sorti souvent, ce jeu-là extérieur, mais on ne connectait pas avec nos joueuses. Mais là, je pense qu'on prend une énergie quelconque, une confiance. Alors là, je pense que ça va fonctionner d'y aller petit peu par petit peu.
I think, basically, if people are running their routes and catching balls, Roxanne's hitting the passes generally. I mean, there was a few that were off, but in general, I feel like there are more drops in this game than bad throws.
Got a second down here coming up. Roxanne taking the snap, rolling to her right, avoiding the sack, throwing. Oh! Is that toe drag swag?
No. You can
incomplete.
see the line move.
Good call there, Evans. You have better eyes than me. Grit try there, trying to keep both feet in bounds. John, we obviously been covering this division all year long, and Drama Queens have been blowing teams out left and right. Are you surprised it's a 0-0 game?
I'm genuinely really surprised. I'm happy about it. I like parity.
Yep.
It's sorry. I've been told to shut up.
Yeah, we just got to get the mute button.
Not the first time today.
Au moins, le message est clair. Mais j'aime quand la carrière, elle roule parce qu'on dirait automatiquement, ça mélange un peu la défensive. Ça fait 2 fois que dans le long, dès qu'elle roule, ça leur mène aussi une possibilité supplémentaire. C'est sur le bord de fonctionner. On va l'avoir.
We got a deep pass here down the middle. Ooh, looked like there was 3 Crazy Bees defenders there. Didn't seem to be too many options open at the wide receiver position. We got a fourth down here coming up and about 4. Look, I like, maybe fly post one side and maybe have an in coming from the right slot. Don't need 4 yards. You got to think the
not
defense.
punt. You don't think punt here?
You got to think that the defense is going to. No, definitely not punt. Definitely not punt here.
Moi, j'aimerais ça voir un post corner. Et la carrière, elle roule, puis elle est patiente. J'aime ça que je fasse ce geste, personne ne me voit. Mais, et là, boum, elle lance au corner après. Ça serait beau.
Right in stride. Let's see what happens here. Big play early on in this game. Thank you for tuning in, folks. We got a 0-0 ball game. 4th down here late in the first half. Roxanne taking the snap, looking to her left, avoiding the rusher, throwing. Oh, great play there made by Sharmika. Trying to pick it off, knocking it down just the same, and is a turnover on downs. And man, oh man, this defensive affair keeps on getting better and better. And you got to think the more that Crazy Bees stay in this game, maybe the more nervous Drama Queens get. Because Tamara, like I was saying, they've been used to beating teams by about 25 to 30 points a game. And now not only do we have a tie game, but we've got a 0-0 ball game.
Ça, c'est sûr, c'est stressant quand justement on est habitué d'avoir autant d'avance. Souvent, on va jouer quelque chose qui est plus relax, que là, on n'a pas le choix de remonter plus rapidement. C'est sûr que les erreurs vont commencer à ce moment-là. Donc là, c'est voir comment on va s'ajuster, comment on peut faire en sorte qu'on peut aller chercher cette avance-là, parce que là, le momentum est plus vers l'équipe adverse. Les Underdogs, je pense, tantôt c'était les Underdogs à la base.
We got just over 3 minutes left here, folks. All 3 timeouts left for both teams. We got Lorianne on a drag, hitting Lorianne on the drag. Gain of about 2. That's exactly what we just talked about, John. No, first down, keep the chains, or maybe keep up progressive yards. Kind of like an NFL, right? You run, get 2-3 yards on first down to your running back. Safe play.
Tu gagnes la confiance aussi en allant tranquillement, tu as confiance en tes mains, en tes joueurs, la carrière. Donc là, ça donne encore un momentum. Alors, c'est une bonne idée de commencer plus tranquillement.
I totally agree. I just think you got to be completed in the passes, and they seem like they're a little bit more together now. In sync.
Une meilleure connexion, c'est vrai.
Angie taking the snap here, low ball, pump faking, throwing outside to the receiver. Nice catch and a missed flag there. Maybe just short of the first down. Yes, setting up a 3rd and 1 here. Nice catch. Way to keep momentum and both feet in bounds. And we got to look exactly what you need, right? You don't need 10, 15 yard plays on first down and second down. We got 3rd and 1 coming up here.
Parce que ici, c'est bien 10 verges pour avoir un essai, c'est ça?
Oui.
Exact.
Okay, c'est ça. Fait que oui, c'est encore mieux d'y aller lentement. En plus, on écoule le temps, on garde plus longtemps en possession du ballon. C'est une belle stratégie.
Let's see what happens here. We got a 3rd down. Lorianne lining up right receiver. Taking a stop. Angie's going to take off and run and gets deflagged for a loss of about a yard. So we have 4th and 2 coming up here, folks. About 2 minutes left. What play are you calling here? A run is still on the table, right? Getting sacked. So Angie didn't run there. So still able to run here. 4th and 2. You got to think the defense is going to be playing tight here.
On est quand même tête depuis tantôt la défensive. La chose qui ferait la différence, en fait, c'est que des fois, dès qu'on voit le ballon qui est lancé, on va s'avancer un peu trop au lieu de venir se coller à sa joueuse puis après aller chercher le ballon. Donc là, des fois, ça crée un espace avec les filles qui sont à l'offensive. Donc, être agressive, mais prendre conscience de son environnement.
4th and 2 coming up here. Play of the game, folks, late in the first half. We got Angie rolling to her left, throwing. Miscommunication there between her and Sharmika. We got a 0-0 ball game. Great field position now for Drama Queens.
I would have punted.
Well, I'm sure you would have. And that's why you're not in any finals today. So we got a 0.
Wow.
That wasn't nice. Hey, I didn't make it to my D1 finals at quarterback.
We only
either,
lost
so.
in the playoffs because I wasn't here.
That's true.
Abandoned my team.
Yes, that is
Est-ce
true,
qu'on a
that
des
is true.
preuves de ça, que tu n'étais pas là?
What? Yeah,
OK.
yeah.
I saw him at the airport.
Yeah, we did.
Ah.
He was following me.
Yeah.
All right, folks, so I believe we had just over 2 minutes left. 0-0 ball game. Tamara, how is it imperative here that they score?
Il faut. Ils n'ont pas le choix. C'est pour montrer aussi un statement, dire qu'on est capable d'aller faire des points aussi, puis après tu repars mieux la deuxième demi. Beau catch.
Short
Yeah, I
pass.
totally agree. This is the best field position you're going to get probably all game, barring an interception. So to do nothing with it would, I think, just be a boost to the Bees going into the halftime.
So we got 53 seconds remaining. A timeout called. They have 2 timeouts remaining. What do you guys think? Do you sometimes you call 2 plays in the huddle, just in case the ball flies out of bounds and you gotta run back to the huddle and don't want to waste too much time, or do you just nice little complete play and you just call timeout right away?
Je dirais de caler 2 jeux pour
Yeah,
être plus
just to be
tôt. Ouais.
I don't trust my receivers enough to call this.
A deep shot here.
Ah.
Just underthrown. Oh, it looked like it was a wheel route to Kayla. Good play by the defender being there. Setting up a 3rd down and long. I'm not sure if they called a timeout. I don't think they did.
Je pense pas non plus. Mais la lecture était bonne par contre.
Mhm.
Juste le transfert de poids pour que la balle puisse se rendre un peu plus loin, ça aurait été parfait.
I felt it was still catchable though. I felt
Ouais.
Kayla just needed to
Dès
just
qu'on-
take a
ouais.
step forward rather than wait for it to come to her.
Mhm.
But it's difficult as a receiver when you're there.
Third down here, trips to the left.
Oh, nice throw,
Nice catch there. Great deflex. So we got a fourth down here. And short. Don't think they're calling a timeout. A little bit surprised they're not calling timeout here. Last play of the half.
Wow, that's
That's poor clock management, no?
more time management,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Des fois, c'est difficile quand tu es sur le terrain, surtout si c'est censé être ta carrière, que c'est censé gérer le temps. Tu as beaucoup de choses à penser. L'avantage des fois d'avoir un coach aussi ou juste d'avoir une coéquipière qui peut te rappeler ces choses-là parce que sur le terrain, ça va vite en finale. Puis là, une fois, ben c'est parti, il est trop tard.
Oh no, for sure. There's a lot going on, and it's
Mhm.
hard to be tracking everything. I just feel in like that situation, the timeout calls were somewhat obvious because you don't even really care if you turn it over on fourth down with 20 seconds left.
Last play of the half here, Roxanne taking a shot to the end zone. It is underthrown. We have a 0-0 game at the half. Not a shootout, to say the least.
Not a shootout.
But honestly, you got it. Like we talked about, I know I'm like a broken record here, but you gotta love where you're at here. If you're Crazy Bees, 0-0 ball game, they will be starting on defense, and I'm not sure this Drama Queens offense has struggled nearly as much as they have so far today.
J'imagine qu'ils vont changer de bord l'autre demi, donc ils vont être avec le vent, alors peut-être ça va changer quelque chose aussi.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, we got a 0-0 ball game here, like we just mentioned. What do you think? What do you think? You think it's a great plays being made by the defense? Do you think offenses are a little bit slow to start in this game? Championship jitters. Do you think anything that really needs to change for either offense? Do you think that you just stay patient and do what you do?
Je pense qu'il faudrait quand même des ajustements à l'offensive. À la défensive, comme on disait tantôt, on est patiente, ça se passe super bien. Là, à l'offensive, je crois qu'il faut emmener des changements. Je pense que ça va quand même aider Drama Queen parce que là, on va être rendu avec le vent. Alors, toutes les passes qu'elle aime faire quand même, qu'ils font dans le deep, je pense que ça va quand même les avantager. Après, il faut essayer des nouveaux jeux parce que là, tout le monde sait un peu qu'est-ce qui va se passer. La défensive est très patiente et les jeux se passent devant elle. Alors, il faut prendre des risques.
Oh yeah, I agree. But the wind is kind of coming and going.
Yeah.
Which is, like I said, it's very annoying for a quarterback because, you get used to throwing at a certain strength to get at a certain distance, and suddenly you have wind, and then it just like overthrows everything. I kind of feel like a big defensive play is going to be what's going to happen, like an interception going the other way or something.
Un pick 6.
It has as good a chance as like a touchdown. Going.
Yeah, maybe a safety to start the second half.
On a passé proche tantôt, donc on sait c'est possible. Les picks aussi.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping to see a lot of punts out there.
I wouldn't say you and me both. Definitely not you and me both.
On n'espère pas parce que sinon.
I did want to say for the fall season, we're up to 8 or 9 teams in the women's division.
Wow.
Which is up from, we've only had this going for a couple of years now. And last fall was our highest at 6 teams. And so going to 8 or 9 already confirmed for the fall starting in a couple
Wow.
of weeks is fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great division to see growing. I mean, any division growing is great, but I'd love to get the women's division to the point where we have enough teams to make 2 women's divisions.
Mhm.
Because it's always very difficult when you only have one division because the parity and skill level can be very far apart because it's just everybody's lumped into one place.
Right.
So, we're seeing that in Laval, really trying to get that to 2 divisions as well for the same reason.
Well,
Anyway,
it's
I'll stop talking.
No, we love stay. It's pretty
C'est
incredible.
intéressant.
Yeah, from 3 teams now to 8 or 9. You said that's
This,
awesome.
This season going down to 3, because we lost a bunch of the schools that were in it.
Mhm.
But a lot of interest just out of nowhere. Lots of free agents, which are individual players who are
Wow,
joining,
okay.
as well as lots of brand new teams just finding out about the league and word spreading. And I think we might have a nice boom in the women's division.
Parce que la Ligue existe depuis combien d'années?
Ooh, I'm gonna say about 15 years or so. I've been doing
Wow.
this, maybe a little bit longer when it wasn't really a league at that point. But yeah, the women's division was 2 years ago, I think, and our first real year was. I mean, we can look at the Div 1 trophy and figure it out, but it was a while ago.
Well, tomorrow was actually crazy how it started on what, Craigslist, or you?
Yeah, I just moved back to Canada from the States, and I wanted to play football, so I just put some ads on Craigslist and said, "Who wants to go play some pickup?" And it just kept getting more and more serious, and dropped out of school and made it my job. Really good decision. I love football. Didn't like school, so there you go.
Je comprends. C'est une belle motivation, le sport. Hein? Ça a quand même plein de disciplines. On travaille plein de compétences. Oui, c'est important à l'école, mais le sport apporte beaucoup. Moi, je sais que le sport, c'est ce qui m'a motivé le plus à l'école, bien plus que les cours d'histoire, peu importe.
Oh, yeah.
Mathématiques.
And I think it teaches so many valuable life lessons, especially in one of my goals from the beginning was always to make it a very friendly and open league. Like we were pretty strict on just people being nice to each other. Because we came from a core of sort of pickup where like everyone would just play, on a random team every week. So we all knew each other and everyone was friends. And sort of from that core, we had this real vibe of we're hanging out, on our Saturday. We're spending our Saturday doing the thing we love doing rather than like this really competitive thing. And I think that really is what has made it so nice to be here. And these finals, awesome. I mean, beautiful day.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
look at the
lots
fans,
of
right?
people
Look at
hanging
this.
out, just coming. Yeah, that's my favorite thing. Is like all the people who bring their kids and families, and everybody comes out and just watches and cheers on the players.
I mean, it's awesome. Look, we got people that have games in about 2 hours that are here early. We got people here who don't even have games today wearing some jerseys. We got a Jets jersey here, a Seahawks jersey. Tomorrow, 3 on the spot here. Always like, are you an NFL fan? If so, and who is your team?
J'étais une grande fan de Tom Brady.
Oh yes, yes, Willie.
This keeps getting
Greatest
worse
of
and
all
worse.
time,
This is
right
crazy.
there.
Oh my God.
Donc, depuis la retraite, c'est difficile de trouver mon équipe. J'ai quand même beaucoup aimé les Bucks, pas juste à cause de Tom, mais j'ai découvert cette équipe-là. Sinon, j'aime beaucoup les Eagles.
Eagles? Okay.
Eagles,
Okay,
parce
well,
que c'est
we'll,
ça.
we'll go with Eagles tomorrow just because we don't like Brady.
Tu vas me respecter
Ah,
maintenant.
good. All right, folks, here we go. We got a 0-0 ball game. First and 10 coming up in the second half here. Drama Queens on offense. Thank you for tuning in. We got a beautiful day. Just a little bit windy. We got Kevin talking to someone on the sidelines as he usually does. First and 10 coming up. Roxanne ready to take the snap. Takes the snap here on first down, looking to her right, throwing to her right. Good gain there. First down.
On commence avec les jeux classiques. Des fois, moi, ce que j'aime avec les jeux classiques quand je suis à la défensive, c'est justement, je sais qu'est-ce qui s'en vient, alors j'ai envie de, boum, prendre des risques.
Sometimes it's short play, you take that deep shot. Kind of like a run, then you go play action, hit something over the top.
Surtout qu'on joue beaucoup en zone en ce moment, donc on sait toujours qu'une personne au moins est derrière nous, alors dans le shirt, on peut prendre quelques risques supplémentaires.
Second down here, base formation for Drama Queens. Roxanne taking the snap. Once again, out route to the snapper. Great D-flag there. Pretty impressive. I don't think one thing we talk about enough in flag football, there's interceptions, nice catches, but just pulling the flag, right? That's super important. From a quick hook to gain of 2 becomes a gain of 5 or 6, and sometimes that makes the difference in a ball game.
Ça a l'air tellement facile en plus de déflaguer, mais souvent on peut se faire avoir ou si on met pas nos yeux, nos mains à la bonne place, c'est vrai, ça peut emmener vraiment des verges de plus. Donc c'est aussi important, c'est la base là, quand même, d'aller chercher ces flags-là. Puis je vois ici, c'est 3 flags, non 2.
Exactement. 3. Alors c'est pro defense.
Oh, on a justement 2 flags.
Speaking of flags,
on dirait qu'elle nous écoute.
We've got 3rd and 5 coming up here. Once again, snapper, but just to the outside, to no avail. Bit of an awkward pass there. We got a 4th and 5 coming up. Do we even dare say the 4-letter word here for the Drama Queens offense?
Je pense qu'on essaye le long jeu. Le vent est avec nous. Bon, là, c'est un peu calmé, mais j'ai envie de l'essayer. En tout cas, moi, si j'étais dans l'équipe, je l'essayerais.
This could be a huge turn of events here for Crazy Beast if they're able to get a stop. Once again, we have a punt.
On aura essayé.
Look, hey, we try. Hey, at this point, we're not surprised when we see a punt. We got a 0-0 ball game down at their own 10-yard line. Maybe play it safe. Their defense has been doing a great job, right, for Drama Queens so far in this game. But yeah, you figure sooner or later something's gonna pop loose. Either a missed flag, a stop and go, or maybe we're talking about a defensive touchdown.
Ouais, j'ai hâte de voir, puis je comprends en même temps pourquoi qu'on utilise le punt à ce temps-ci de la game. Il reste encore beaucoup de temps. Peut-être plus vers la fin du match qu'on va commencer à prendre ce genre de risque-là d'y aller 4e essai, même si on est proche de notre propre zone de but.
All right, here we go. Let's see if offenses get back on track. We got a scoreless game early in the second half. Angie calling the play. Receivers lining up. Got the crowd into the game too. Can't ask for better than this. Snap taken by Angie. Looking to her left. Throwing. Almost.
Oh! Je croyais que c'était là. Je croyais
Wow.
qu'on l'avait. En plus, je me disais, il y a quand même beaucoup de grandes joueuses du côté offensif, donc des fois, c'est d'abuser un peu de cette grandeur-là, mais il faut que la balle soit dans les airs pour pouvoir empêcher la défensive d'aller toucher ce ballon-là. Et la défensive a super bien fait. On y a cru à l'interception, ça aurait changé le match complètement.
Great play by Roxanne there to almost get the interception. Reading Angie's eyes. If she caught that, she may have been gone for 6.
Prochain.
Next play. Angie getting ready for the snap, adjusting her sunglasses.
Attendre le vent des fois aussi.
Oui, yeah.
Mais le vent revient vite.
Just like second down,
À
rolling to her
l'intérieur.
right.
Oh!
Almost another interception here. 2 dangerous throws, and maybe that's why you punt, right? Pin the team back, the offense back deep. Trust your defense in making a play, because I think both defenses here are strapping up their wide receivers.
Et je pense aussi que là, à la défensive, on s'est dit, faut qu'on y aille. On doit être chaud au ballon. C'est peut-être notre avantage en ce moment, puis ça fonctionne super bien. Puis quand on regarde la carrière, on voit quand même à l'avance vers qui elle veut lancer. Alors c'est quand même un bon truc pour pouvoir aller chercher ces interceptions-là.
We got a third down here, and 10 for the offense, looking to get their first completion of the drive. Angie takes the snap, looking deep, throwing a nice drag on. Nice catch there with space, getting very close to the first down. It'll be about 4th and inches as Biddle marks it just short of the first down. I love that play call. Look, you trust your receiver to make a play there. Doesn't have to be a tough throw. Nice little drag route there. Let your receiver get some yak, and it's a 4th and 1 coming up here, Tamara.
Ouais, puis on a pris notre temps en plus. Au début, la défensive est allée en 2-2, donc on voyait peut-être que les jeux à l'arrière ne fonctionnaient pas, mais on a pris le temps de faire notre lecture et voir que le bon jeu était à l'extérieur. C'était bien lancé. Puis, comme on parlait tantôt, si le flag était manqué, ça aurait pu être un touché. Qui sait?
Exactement, on sait jamais.
Oh, on l'essaye.
4th and 1, I love it. 4th and 1 here coming up. Huge play in this game. Early on in the second half, Angie takes the snap, looking to her right, throwing, and it is, caught inbounds.
Oh!
What a catch there. Back-to-back catches, keeping both feet in bounds. And look, if they're able to score on this drive, you got to go back to those 2 plays and 2 clutch plays on 3rd and 4th down.
J'avoue, au début, j'ai eu un peu peur parce que j'ai vu toutes les receveuses jouer court. Donc, des fois, ça l'aide à la défensive d'être chaud au ballon. Mais finalement, on est allé vers l'extérieur. Toujours plus difficile à la défensive d'aller toucher à ces ballons-là. Bien fait. On garde l'espoir.
Hey, setting up a fresh set of downs. And look, the more this game goes on and the more time they're able to chew off the clock, I think the better position Crazy Bees are in. Like we've said so many times, Jama Queens aren't used to being in this position so tight in the second half. Angie on 1st and 10, taking the snap, rolling to her left, throwing. She hits Shamika. Nice gain about 4 yards there, tackled by Roxanne.
On est très rapide sur les flags. Il n'y a pas de moment d'hésitation. On est présente.
Trust your instincts.
Ouais.
And I like what the Crazy Bees are doing. They seem to be, calling plays in the huddle a little bit more quickly. Like Angie knows what she wants. She's pointing things out. Receivers are getting to the line. They seem to be a bit more organized and a bit more focused in the second half.
Ouais, elles ont l'air plus confiantes aussi entre elles. C'est ce qu'on veut voir sur un terrain.
All right, 2nd down and 6 coming up here. Angie taking the snap, looking to her right, throwing to her right, deep across the middle. Ooh. Incomplete pass. Looked like it was a bit behind the receiver. She tried to contort her body a little bit, almost came away with a nice catch. Look, take a shot downfield. It keeps the defense honest, right?
Belle balle aussi. Je
Oui.
trouvais que la balle était bien lancée, transfert de poids, tout était là. Après, des fois, à l'offensive, ça peut être difficile de trouver le bon espace, le trou aussi, en fonction de la défensive. Quelque chose à travailler, mais c'était là. Il y avait quelque chose.
Exact. The defense got to respect that now. All right, here we go. We got a 3rd down. We got Matt and Gold joining the broadcast. 3rd and 6 coming up. Let's see what Angie has dialed up here. She gets the snap. A little bit high. Throwing middle. Intercepted by Roxanne. Playing safety there. Getting D-flag. Big play there. I think it was just a matter of time before Roxanne made her presence felt on offense or on defense. She was, making plays on the defensive side of the ball and finally got that interception. I believe it's our first interception of the game.
On sentait que ça s'en venait, en effet. C'est arrivé. C'est sûr que ça aurait été encore mieux si on était plus proche de la zone début, mais au moins, ça fait en sorte qu'on empêche le momentum qu'avait l'autre équipe, que j'ai oublié leur nom.
Crazy Bees.
Crazy Bees.
Yeah. Like the Pittsburgh Steelers look like a little bit.
C'est ce que je me disais aussi. Toi, c'est qui ton équipe préférée?
Unfortunately, les Dolphins de Miami.
Ah, OK.
Oui. All right, first down here. Roxanne looking short. Oh, ball gets tipped. Tip chill there, incomplete. Yeah, unfortunately, my dad grew up a big Dan Marino fan, and I had no choice. So
Makes
I've been,
sense.
I've been a Dolphins fan.
Ici, je pense qu'on a essayé de lancer rapidement. C'est une bonne stratégie parce que c'est différent. Ça peut surprendre la défensive. On doit juste être prêt aussi à l'offense.
Oui, exactly. Good starting field position here, right? They've used to be pinned back at their own 5, so that interception becoming big, setting them up with about half the field to work with now. We've got a second down and 10. Roxanne waiting for the snap, getting it, looking to her right. Once again, out. Good D8. There you go, 5-yard gain, out to the snapper. Keep it simple.
On est retourné avec notre jeu de base qu'on aime. J'ai même vu, on a essayé de faire la petite feinte, mais on n'a pas eu le temps parce qu'on avait déjà quelqu'un sur nos flags.
Well, it's like you said, these defenders are going at it, right? They're not giving space, and if there's a catch being made, it's a catch being made in traffic. I love the way both these teams are playing defense.
Justement, ça peut être frustrant un peu aussi pour l'offensive quand tu ne peux pas aller chercher ses gains supplémentaires. Alors, c'est une bonne tactique de vraiment être rapide sur les flags.
All right, we got just over 14:30 remaining in the second half. We got a pump fake here, a nice catch, another nice gain. First down and 10 for John McQueen's. A bit of an awkward catch there, putting up the elbow, but still, nonetheless, first and 10, they'll take it.
Ça arrive, hein? Des coudes un peu partout, c'est rarement volontaire. Je sens qu'on a quand même un momentum là, à l'offensive. Changement de position.
Exact.
On essaie des choses.
Yeah, Marie-Louise, the snapper, having a big game so far. She's had quite a few catches, sure hands, and those 5-6 yards on the field are exactly what they need.
C'est ce qu'on veut. Puis souvent, on oublie la snap à la défensive comme elle est plus en délai. Alors, c'est une bonne idée de l'utiliser sur un terrain.
We got trips to the right here. Throw once again to Marie, moving the ball down the field. Hey, we're maybe looking a little bit early to talk about MVPs, but she's making definitely a case for that here. Setting up a first and 10 deep in the Crazy Bees territory. I think you need to stop here, right? Your offense has been struggling a little bit. You don't want to have to go and march on the field needing a score, right? If the score is 0-0, pressure's off. But I do think this is needs to be a key stop here for the Bees. Roxanne taking the snap, looking to her right, hitting Kayla on a nice little slant in. Great tackle there by Lorianne, picking up about 3 yards, setting down up a 2nd and 7.
On y va avec des jeux qu'on sait qui vont fonctionner. On a emmené 2 filles dans le loin. Puis la fille wide, en fait, est rentrée vers l'intérieur, ce qui vient quand même mélanger un peu la défensive, comme il y a des croisés. Et ça fonctionne depuis tantôt. Les croisés, on l'a essayé aussi le jeu juste avant. Donc, je pense qu'il faudrait continuer avec ce genre de jeu, plus de croisement à travers les joueuses.
Makes it difficult for the defense, right? You got to pass off from one girl to the next. Roxanne giving out her final instructions there. Getting ready to take the snap. Second down, high snap. Looking to Kayla once again. Almost the exact same play.
Ouais.
In route there, picking up 3 yards. Again tackled by Lorianne. That was a déjà vu.
Des petites nuances, mais quand on sait que ça fonctionne, pourquoi pas garder le même jeu? Puis après, faire une plus grande nuance et là, mélanger encore plus la défensive.
You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Bon point.
Like,
Est-ce qu'il l'essaye pour une 3e fois? Mais non.
Moi, maintenant, je pense que maybe a hook and go, a slant and go. Get the defense to jump up. But Lorianne playing that short very, very well. Talking now amongst her defenders. Keel lining up, wide receiver right. 10 seconds to the snap. Roxanne takes it, looks to her right, throws right over top. Incomplete pass. Looks like she had the receiver there.
Ouais, mais j'ai l'impression que la carrière et la receveuse voyaient deux choses différentes.
Mm.
Comme la receveuse faisait plus, on dirait un 5 out sans remonter, mais la carrière s'attendait à ce qu'elle remonte parce que le trou était dans la remontée. C'est ça. J'ai cru, pourtant, j'étais prête. J'étais prête à m'exclamer.
We'll have something to see about soon. We'll have something to see about soon for sure.
Ouais.
Now we got a fourth down here. Big play.
Mais cette zone-là fonctionne bien. On dirait qu'il est prêt à réattaquer cette même zone ou celle de l'autre côté, même chose, mais c'est qu'est-ce qui est libre.
Let's see what happens here on fourth down.
Ah,
Roxanne taking a
monte.
snap. Looks like a wheel to the left side. She throws it to the wheel.
Mm.
Oh, just outside the reach of the receiver. We get a 0-0 ball game. And man, oh man, are we excited for imposed for an exciting finish here. Not too much left in this ball game. It could very well be like an overtime game, a hockey game. You know, first to score wins. With this game being so low scoring, but yeah, Crazy Bees doing their job and coming back on offense now.
C'était la bonne lecture. J'ai aimé ce qu'on a vu. Après, je pense qu'à l'offensive, il faut savoir s'ajuster aussi dans nos tracés. Des fois, juste se retourner du bon côté peut faire la différence. Aller prendre plus de profondeur pour après aller chercher le ballon, que là, on est plus à la recherche du ballon. Ce qui fait en sorte que quand le ballon arrive, on est mal placé et on peut juste pas l'attraper à cause de ça. On est si proche.
Great analysis. You can do this for a living on ESPN.
J'espère, j'attends
Yeah.
ça pour 2028. J'aimerais ça jouer aux Jeux Olympiques. Fait que si mon genou me le permet.
Awesome. Alright, we got just over 10:30 here, folks, remaining. Thank you for tuning in. This is the women's final, Crazy Bees against Drama Queens. We have Angie rolling to her left, throwing a little bit behind the drag to Lauriane.
Belle patience, c'était vraiment l'espace libre parce que la corner à la défensive est allée vers l'intérieur. Alors, c'était la bonne lecture à faire. Juste, il aurait fallu placer le ballon un petit peu plus vers l'avant de la receveuse et peut-être essayer de sortir les deux mains et non une seule main parce que c'est toujours plus dur à une main, on s'entend. Même s'il y en a qui sont des experts à attraper à une main.
She's got to get the ball out a little earlier as well and let her receiver run under it.
Mm.
But also there has to be some traffic. There was no cross traffic. You can't run a drag across with nobody going the other way.
Good call, Evans. We got a second down here. Angie, dangerous pass there.
Wow.
Throwing off her back foot, incomplete. 3rd and 10. You know, this may be a time where you take a deep shot. If it gets picked, they'll probably punt on 4th down realistically, right? So,
Oh, I'd love a punt.
oh yeah, I'm sure you would. Maybe you throw the ball deep here, hope for a
Sends a
pass.
message, I think.
A very clear message.
Est-ce qu'on a une idée combien de temps qu'il reste environ?
Je pense juste moins que 10
I
minutes.
think just under 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
OK. Est-ce qu'on a droit au under snap?
No.
No.
No,
I guess
okay.
we find out.
Pendant un moment, je pensais qu'elle allait faire ça.
We got trips to the left. We got a receiver in motion here. Angie taking the snap, looking, see nobody open, throwing.
Mm.
Incomplete pass there, well defended. Oh, we have a late
Oh,
flag
oh.
thrown by Biddle. Not sure I saw much there. Maybe a bit of a contact. As the ball was in the air, we have Max, Kevin, and Biddle, 3 great refs roughing this game. Very flagless game. Not many flags in this game. I think that may have
C'est le
been.
deuxième?
Yeah,
je
maybe.
I'm going to
pense.
say the first one was iffy.
Oh, the PI, eh?
The PI
Yeah.
was pretty iffy.
Là, j'ai aucune idée.
So this is huge, right? Either becomes automatic first down, either they pick up the flag, it becomes 4th and 10. Oh, we got pass interference.
Oh.
Okay, so we got a 2-yard pass interference. Obviously, automatic first down. Fresh set of change here. And we talked about the biggest plays of this game have almost been penalties, right? And you know that some ice that's not bad. Maybe take that. They didn't take a shot deep there, but you never know what could happen in a big play from the Crazy Bees offense.
Ça peut donner un peu d'espoir là, pour aller chercher ce premier toucher-là. Est-ce qu'on va l'avoir?
Angie waiting for the snap.
I like that drag route here. Just send somebody on the right side, left side over.
Nice pass there. Just the nice catch.
Oh.
Nice catch there, but looking a nice deep route there, getting very positive gain on first down. And not an easy catch, right? And having to keep your feet in bounds on top of it with a defender right there. That's what they need. Look, 2nd down and 4, positive yardage.
Belle
I'm going to give a
concentration.
shout out. That was Lauriane Pilon. I know she's made a few catches, but she's our usual filmographer for our games. So When you see the cool highlight videos and everything, that's her that does those.
On the last one from the semifinals was they're all awesome, but last one was even
It was really cool.
awesomer. All right, here we go, folks. Crunch time now. Just about less than 9 minutes left. The 0-0 ball game. We got trips to the right for Angie. She takes the snap, looking downfield, throwing. Oh, great catch!
Nice.
Contested catch there,
Wow.
and deflagged. Wow. You gotta love the catch there, and then the presence of mind to keep running upfield, making the defender miss, and a nice gain there of about 9 or 10 yards. And this is exactly what the Crazy Bees offense wanted to dial up here late in the game.
On est allé chercher ce catch-là parce qu'on est allé sortir les mains. Des fois qu'on attend trop le ballon, c'est là qu'on peut se faire avoir, mais là, on n'a pas eu peur, on a sorti les mains, le ballon nous est arrivé dans nos mains. On a fait un super de beau catch qui emmène un gros momentum et qui font avancer un moment quand même important. Oh, le café en a tombé.
It's good luck. Bonne chance, bonne chance. Thanks, Evans. Just poured my coffee. This game's too exciting.
C'était pour montrer que le vent...
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
put it right
d'impact.
back on the table where it just got blown over by the wind.
We got a first down here. Angie looking, throwing. Oh, great defensive play there. Showing the incomplete pass to. Great DB skills.
Ça faisait quand même quelques jeux qu'on allait de ce côté-là, donc là, je pense que la corner s'est dit, ça suffit. Elle est allée chercher ce ballon-là.
Enough's enough. Second down. I believe it's second down. Coming up here. Curious to see if they go back to the crosses. Maybe Lorian on a drag here. Keep something safe and simple. Let her get some yak. Angie takes the snap, rolling to her left, throwing to her left. Nice catch, keeping both feet in bounds. Good play there by Roxanne to get the flag, but we have a gain, not before a gain of 6 here, setting up a third and very manageable for the Crazy Bees. And believe it or not, when they say you're having fun, time flies, and there's only 5 minutes left in this ball game.
Wow! Donc, c'est un bon moment pour Roxane d'aller chercher justement, de l'essayer au moins, d'aller prendre ce risque-là, parce que ça répète l'interception. Et beau catch, belle concentration aussi à l'offensive. C'est un beau jeu des deux côtés.
We got a third down coming up here, deep in John McQueen's territory. Great, that looked like almost a coverage sack. We're not a sack there, but a great job by the defense. Looked like saw her first read, wasn't there. Second read wasn't there. Avoids the sack. Kevin saying that it was not a sack. Arm was moving forward before the flag got got deflagged. But we still have a fourth down coming up here. And
C'est toujours stressant aussi de voir la rusheuse qu'elle va toujours toucher au flag. Elle est présente, elle est rapide, donc tu n'as pas le choix de prendre des décisions quand même rapidement. Alors, ça va être belle défensive.
all right, one of the plays of the game late here. Scoreless, second half. Fourth down here. Shamika getting set for the snap. Crowd getting into this game. Nice breeze. Angie taking the snap on fourth down. Throwing to her left to Shamika. Picking up enough for the first down. And getting pushed out of bounds for a gain of about 7 when she needed 5. Huge play there, Tamara. And it looks like it's going to be setting up a first and goal at the 9-yard line for this offense.
À la défensive, en plus, on était là. C'est pas parce qu'on a laissé vraiment d'espace. Après, c'est des fois des petits détails, avancer d'un pas, sortir la bonne main, qui va amener une différence pour empêcher le toucher. Mais là, le momentum est d'un côté, là, on s'entend, avec peu de temps qui reste.
Time very much a factor
We're
here.
about 3:15 right now, I'd say. 3 minutes, 15 seconds, roughly.
This is where legends are made. Angie rolling to her left, throwing
Oh.
Shamika just outside. Good job there by Roxanne. Almost a double cover there. I think the defense may be expecting that there.
Moi, je me demande si on va rester avec des jeux qu'on est habitués, ce qui fait en sorte que la défensive aussi est habituée. Alors, on va être plus présente. Donc, je sais pas si on a un jeu surprise qui pourrait sortir pour permettre ces premiers points de ce match.
We're under 3 minutes at this point.
Second down and goal. Angie taking the snap, seeing Lorian on a drag, finding her. She gets it. Nice tackle there. Deflag there made by Marie. Limiting the gain to 2 or 3 yards. So we have third and goal at about the 6-yard line. Tamara, what concept do you usually like here? You get like another drag, maybe a flood concept, look back at the end zone because it's a bit more difficult to cover that when you're in the red zone. What do you usually like here in this situation?
Ben, pour leur équipe qui sont habitués à faire avec les drags, ils pourraient garder ça, mais il faudrait qu'ils soient dans la zone. Que là, on est toujours 1 ou 2 verges un peu trop courts. Donc là, il faut aller chercher ces verges-là. Puis il faudrait qu'il y ait quelqu'un qui passe par-dessus en croisé pour venir mélanger. Je fais des signes avec mes mains, mais...
I feel like all game that would be the right call.
Yep.
Ouais,
It's,
aussi.
it's a hard throw though.
Third down to the end zone,
Oh.
knocked down. Nice play by Roxanne.
They can't do it. Maybe they could do it now, but I feel like if they run that Lorianne drag, but
Yeah.
have her break back, because that zone, when they see the drag, the other zone
They go- yeah.
steps up, and that zone drops out.
Mhm.
So she does like a little in-out sort of move.
Ouais, je
I
pense que
think
ce
it's
serait...
there.
Ouais. Ça surprendrait tout le monde. Puis c'est vrai que le trou se fait automatiquement qu'elle traverse le milieu.
Yeah.
Ça revient, le trou serait là.
We just heard the call from Nick who say we have 1:20 left in this game. Time
Oh
is
my
running. You gotta think a score here would pretty much seal it for Crazy Bees. We got a 4th and goal play of the game coming up. Here we go.
Punt.
Good Guinea, all right. Angie taking the snap, rolling to her left, looking to her
Not a
left,
throw.
throwing to Sharmika,
No.
incomplete pass, ball hits the ground. Good call there by Kevin. We have turnover on downs. We have Simone Duchesne
I heard
coming with
55 seconds there.
4 water bottles, being the water boy for this Drama Queens team, and we have 56 seconds exactly. Okay, look, I'm very unconservative when it comes to play calling. What do you do here? You have 56 seconds, you have 3 timeouts. Do you play for overtime here, Tamara, or do you take your shot? What are you thinking here if you're the offense and Drama Queens?
Si je suis à leur place, moi j'y vais. Je pense qu'ils ont vraiment assez de temps pour juste écouler le temps puis aller faire les points à la fin. Ils ont cette capacité-là. Il faut juste qu'ils aillent chercher les attraper. Puis qu'ils commencent avec leur petit jeu de confiance, mais il faut qu'ils aillent chercher un grand jeu à un moment donné pour pouvoir aller faire le toucher rendu là.
They definitely don't want to take a safety here.
Imagine.
Yeah. Hope I didn't jinx it. All right, here we go. Less than a minute left, folks. We got Roxanne taking the snap, looking to her right, throwing to her left, hitting Kayla there. Nice gain there. Gain of about 7, tackled by Sharmika.
Je suis surprise que la grande rocheuse utilise pas plus ses bras pour cacher la vision de la carrière, justement avec sa grandeur. Elle pourrait ralentir puis juste couper un peu la lecture en fait de la carrière. C'est sûr que ça la mélangerait. En tout cas, moi, ça me mélangerait si j'étais carrière avec une grande rocheuse de la sorte.
Oh, moi aussi. All right, we got 2nd down coming up here. I'm not sure if they called timeout.
Mais c'est vrai qu'ils prennent leur temps, par contre.
Yeah.
Faudrait quand même qu'ils aillent plus rapidement.
Oui. Looks like at this point they're almost playing for overtime here, right? Maybe if something breaks loose, it breaks loose. Got 30 seconds remaining. Roxanne taking the snap here on 2nd down. Pump faking, rolling to her right, tucking it and running. Making the rusher miss and getting about 4 yards there. Nice D flag. I think we got a timeout called by Drama Queens. 1st down signal by Max Rosenfeld. And the chains move. Look, these gains are nice, but if they're going to score before the end of regulation, they're going to need to pick up a few more yards.
Parce que là, on est rendu à combien de secondes?
We got 39 seconds left and the 15-second timeout. It's going to start on the snap. And yeah, Willie, moving the ball downfield is how you score touchdowns. That is correct. You made a very astute call there.
Some people say I'm
They've
very
got to
smart,
gain some
except
yards to score. You are correct.
Captain Obvious.
C'est pour les gens qui connaissent pas vraiment le
Yeah,
sport à la
exactly.
maison.
Okay.
Trying to
Pour
be
les
nice.
nombreux spectateurs et spectatrices.
Cat run here
Let's
for
go, let's go,
Roxanne.
hello,
rolling.
hello.
Oh! Incomplete pass there for Kayla. Last time out called.
Just
by
over
Drama
30
Queens.
seconds left.
Nice play there by Roxanne, right? Avoiding the rusher,
30
taking her
seconds on the
time.
dot, actually.
Thank you.
Encore une fois, ça fonctionne dès qu'elle roule, que la rocheuse se fait avoir par la carrière. Il y a toujours un moment que des filles finissent par se libérer, mais là, il faut qu'elle ait la connexion finale parce que ça pourrait vraiment fonctionner, ce jeu-là. Je suis vraiment investie. Là. Je veux que ça fonctionne pour tout le monde.
It was a beautiful read, but yeah, it's a very difficult throw with all your momentum going the opposite way of your throwing. Just the accuracy of it is so difficult because you've got to compensate for your body moving.
We have no timeouts left. Gotta think quick. I think we have a false start.
Ooh.
Offense. So the clock. So Johnny here
Stay stop
Okay.
on the penalty because it did not start at any point.
because the
Just
timeout
false-
was called, right?
Yeah, and the and the false start was pre-play,
Right.
so the ball was never snapped, and therefore the clock never starts. It'll start on the snap, and it'll run I mean, barring Black calling a timeout, which I can't imagine they will.
So we have about 2nd down and 15. Back at their own side of the field here for Drama Queens. Maybe a short play here, see if something pops open. Safety playing deep, almost prevent defense here. Roxanne getting the ball, looking to her right, throwing to her right.
Oh.
Knockdown there. Looking for Marie. Incomplete pass. Great play made.
À la défensive numéro 15 est toujours présente, que ce soit pour les flags, elle regarde qu'est-ce qui se passe. Des fois, on n'a pas besoin de beaucoup de déplacements, juste avoir une super bonne vision de jeu. Fait en sorte qu'on peut toucher ces ballons-là sans avoir besoin de trop exploser, courir à droite et à gauche, juste exploser au bon moment qui va faire toute la différence.
Yeah, Katiana playing great. She's had a
Yeah,
few
the-
knockdowns.
The
A few
defense has
deflects.
been absolutely the right
Yeah.
place all game. I kind of do still feel like it's the offense not. Their schemes are not getting people open. They're making the defense's lives easy.
Let's see what happens here. A pump fake here and a throw deep down, just off the fingertips of Kayla. That would have been a crazy catch. Good job there by Lorianne, making a tough play. And Max signals this will be the last play of regulation. So, Tamara, this is your first MFL game you watch. Not a barn burner, not a shootout, but we have a close game and maybe overtime, right? You can't ask for better than overtime,
C'est
right?
excitant, là, on aime ça. Puis pour venir en fait sur un point qu'on disait juste avant, je pense que les receveuses aussi courent leur tracé un peu trop en rondeur.
Mm.
Donc c'est plus facile pour la défensive dans ce temps-là de voir que les joueuses vont vers elle que si on fait une cote avant vraiment à 90 ou peu importe vers où qu'on s'en va, mais faire une feinte, ça pourrait vraiment mélanger la défensive, ce qu'on n'a pas tant vu, si je me trompe pas, depuis le début du match.
Last play of regulation, Hail Mary, will the prayer be answered for the Drama Queens? You got Roxanne throwing a short pass there. Oh my God, intercepted by Sharmika. If she makes it, the last play of the game. Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Oh my
I would
goodness!
have talked forever about how I called that.
Oh my goodness! We have an incredible play made by Sharmika. She was one woman away from walking in and seeing this game on the last play of the game. Lord have mercy, could you imagine if she would have scored there?
Great play, Roxanne, though.
Oh, just
Great
because
play.
bad play by Roxanne, then great play,
Yeah.
Roxanne. Whew, holy
I
moly!
mean, to me, totally unnecessary play to begin with. Why are you throwing a 5-yard pass on? Because the defense could just be as aggressive as they want. 'Cause there's
Right.
3 safeties sitting back there.
I don't mind taking the pass there, but usually you're going
You
for the
can't
Hail
throw
Mary.
5 yards. What's the point?
Wow.
Like, best case scenario is you gain 5 yards.
Holy cow. Okay, so we'll be dissecting that a little bit more, but just for the overtime rules, Tamara, not sure you know how that works. It's basically sudden death, right? So if first team goes for one and they get it, second team could go for one.
This is the opposite of what sudden death means.
No, it's literally exactly what sudden death means.
The
It's
sudden
like-
death would mean the moment they score, it's over.
No, like I mean basically like there's 1-1 each. Like you know what I mean? Like sudden death.
This is the opposite
No, like
of sudden death.
no, like I mean if the first team scores, the other team doesn't score, they have a chance. No,
Which is the opposite
no,
of sudden
you
death.
don't know what you're talking about. Basically, if the first team gets one and the other team doesn't score, it's game over.
Je
So
comprends.
would you say the the shooter lining up in hockey in a shootout at the end, that's sudden death?
Well, if he's a third shooter, yeah, 100% sudden death. 1 point. Okay, 1 point convert. Come on, John. You know what you're talking about. 1 point here. John, can a pick be returned for 1 or 2 points in
Absolutely, and
overtime?
that will end the game. So it is a snake system where blue's going to go, then black's going to go. If the game's still tied, they reverse the order and they do it again. But both teams get an equal number of turns on offense.
Good call. So we have Drama. Okay, so if what do you do then? It looks like Drama Queens, right? They were the higher seeds, so they obviously automatically win the coin toss. They decided to start on O. Do you like that call, or would you start on defense?
No, you always start on defense. You guys got to watch some college football because you want to know what you
Yeah.
need.
Well, I mean, Drama Queens won the coin toss automatically, no? I mean, you would.
I'm not making decisions for
Yeah,
them.
yeah, that's true. Well, if our referees did their job, you would assume.
The referees can't be telling the players what to do.
No, but I mean, they had to let Drama Queens like choose because they were the higher seed.
Sure, but
Yeah.
they can choose whatever. The referee can't say, no, that's a bad decision.
En effet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends who's reffing.
Now, it's slightly different in winter, so it would make sense to go first in winter. But
Oh, because if you get the one, the other team has to go for
yeah,
two.
so in winter, that's the difference.
All right, folks, it does not get better than this. We have an overtime game, women's division. This will be our second of 6 finals. We got Drama Queens starting up on offense. A pick 1 will end this game. We almost saw a pick 6 on the very last play to end this game. What does the offense have dialed up? We've seen 0 total points. No one has reached the end zone. We know at least one team will reach the end zone at least once because that's how this game will end. Maybe we'll be here for 10 minutes. Maybe we'll be here for 10 hours. We don't know.
There we go.
Tamara,
Either way, beautiful day.
Well, Leva, I hope we're here
I'm
10
just going to
hours.
say quickly, I got to go. Thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure talking with you all. I got to go present that trophy soon, I hope.
You're a cool guy. Tamara, what do you look here? It's a 1-point conf right here. Looks like it's going to be in base formation.
J'ai l'impression qu'ils vont aller avec leur jeu qu'ils sont habitués. Donc, sûrement leur slant extérieur.
I like it. Let's see what happens. Roxanne adjusting her flags. Here we go, folks. Overtime. Roxanne taking the snap, rolling to her right, looking to her right, throwing. Incomplete pass. Right off the chest hands of the receiver. You can't make this stuff up. If you would have told me 5-6 weeks ago that all Crazy Bees would have to do is get a 1-point convert and they would be champions, I would have said, you're crazy.
No. Faut jamais sous-estimer les équipes, surtout en finale. On sait jamais qu'est-ce qui peut se passer. Moi, ça me ferait plaisir parce que j'ai un match à 13h à Laval. Alors.
Oh wow, really? Oh my gosh. Well, so you're a real hero. Hopefully it ends soon. All right, here we go, folks. Doesn't get simpler than this. If Crazy Bees punch it in, they're champions.
Là, dans cette zone-là, il faut sortir les mains. Justement, tantôt, on est allé avec le casque, qui fait en sorte que le ballon arrive rapidement, ça peut rebondir, que là, avec autant d'action, il faut qu'on sorte les mains pour aller chercher ce catch gagnant-là. Sera-t-il maintenant? C'est ce qu'on va voir.
Here we go, folks. Base formation. Angie looking to her left. Throwing to her left. Oh, great
nice
defensive
D.
playmate. Oh, great defensive playmate. Sharmika looking for a flag. Looked like it was clean defense for me. I think that could have gone 50-50. John says it was a flag, so good no call there on the flag. And this will be setting up the snake system here. So it looks like they will stay back on offense. What do you think of the no call there, Tamara?
Pour moi, c'est pas une pénalité. À un moment donné, on joue en def, c'est normal avec un peu d'action. Puis la fille est quand même allée jouer le ballon.
Oui.
Elle est pas. Oui, des fois, on est mal placé, on est un peu derrière. Mais je trouve que c'était vraiment legit comme défensive.
Maybe look for a similar play call here. I like the design there, getting Sharmika on the out. Maybe back at the end zone in here.
Tantôt, j'ai vu du wide à droite au Kango. Peut-être qu'à un moment donné, on va vouloir le lancer pour faire changement. Je sais pas.
All right, going for one here. A score here would force Drama Queens to have to score. Angie taking this. Oh, false start. There was a flag on the. Oh, I think Lorianne just jumped offside. It was a false start here. So, okay, so they're going to be going for one from the 10. I wonder if they're John. Could they go for 2 from the 15? Okay, so. Yeah. 2. Okay, go from 1 from the 10 after the penalty. Or punt, that's true. Saves a pick 1 or pick 2. So that is true. It looks like they're going for 1 point from the 10-yard line. So obviously, Tamara, this changes up your playbook here, right? Needing 10 yards instead of 5.
C'est sûr que ça change beaucoup, surtout qu'elles sont habituées à jouer dans le court. Encore une fois, ils ont fait 2 fois de suite le hook and go du wide à droite. Peut-être que là, ils vont le réessayer en espérant qu'il n'y ait pas de false start.
I look for Angie here to try and beat the rusher. Buy a bit of time. Let's see, folks. 0-0 scoreless game. Will this be our first score of the afternoon? We got Angie taking the snap, rolling to her left, throwing deep down the middle. Oh, great job there by Kayla. It looked like she had a receiver open. Great defensive play made there. Heads up play, man. Look, smart, knock it down. Right, don't try and get the interception. Interception won't really change much. Play it safe, knock it down. You guys score, you win.
Tout à fait. Puis c'était quand même une bonne lecture. Il a fallu que la balle soit plus vers l'avant de la receveuse, que là, c'est retrouvé dans plus les mains des défenseuses. Mais bon, c'est des choses qui arrivent.
Hey, this is what you dream of if you're an NFL player. 1 play on the line. You go to bed Friday night, you imagine yourself making a play. Overtime game, championship game. 0-0. Let's see what Roxanne has dialed up here. I'm thinking Kayla on a corner route to end this game.
Un petit croisé.
Let's see what happens. Roxanne taking the snap, looking to throwing to the out, and this caught. Inbounds. Game over. Champions. Drama Queens win 1-0 and are your women's champions. What an incredible game. Look, it wasn't high scoring, it was low scoring, but still nonetheless, you gotta love games going to overtime. Roxanne struggled there on offense, but a great job putting her team on her back when it mattered. Hitting the out route there, huge play, keeping keeping both feet in bounds as well. And Drama Queens are your champions, winning this game 1-0 in overtime.
Mais c'était excitant. Il y avait quand même des beaux jeux. C'était le fun à regarder, même si à l'offensive, ça a été plus difficile. Mais à la défensive, on est allé de façon patiente. On a réagi au ballon. On était là pour les flags. Donc, dans ce temps-là, c'est sûr que ça compromet l'offensive, ce qui est tout à fait normal. Donc, c'était un super bon match à observer.
I think it's a big mental game too, right? When you're struggling on offense, you don't have to put too much pressure on yourself, right? I think both quarterbacks had a bit of a hard time moving the ball, but you don't gotta be a superhero, right? You don't gotta go deep, 15, 20 yards. I like what Roxanne did. She marching the ball down the field, and they played for overtime right after that almost pick. I think the play of the game could be the tackle that saved the pick six. Who would have thought that the quarterback would have made the play of the game on defense?
Ouais, c'était le moment excitant, on s'entend, parce que là, c'était tout ou rien. Mais tu vois que Roxane est restée quand même très calme, elle était déflaguée, elle savait qu'est-ce qu'elle faisait tout de même. Ce qui montre souvent que c'est une athlète qui est habituée, j'imagine, de même dans des moments stressants, de rester la tête haute puis d'arrêter ces jeux-là qui sont aussi importants que lancer le ballon. Donc, belle concentration jusqu'à la fin, mais belle interception par contre de la part de la défensive de réagir aussi rapidement.
Definitely. I think Crazy Bees have a lot to be proud of, right? This Drama Queens team has been used to blowing out teams left and right. And I think they should be excited to come back fall season. They have a good roster, a good quarterback, and they seem to be getting better every game. So, look, tough to lose. Obviously, you don't want to lose in a championship game, but I think this team has a lot to build off of come in the fall.
Surtout avec un seul point. On s'entend. Rendu là, c'est même pas une vraie défaite. C'est sûr que ça fait mal. Parce qu'on veut toujours gagner, qui n'aime pas gagner. Mais je crois qu'elle peut être vraiment fière d'elle. En effet, les deux méritaient le trophée.
Oui, exactement. Well, it was great. Hopefully, we'll see you on an MFL field soon, right after your injuries heal. We'll try and get you to this MFL league. I'm sure you'll be a star. It was awesome having you. Thank you so much for everything. You were great. I'll send ESPN your
J'espère.
Yeah, your survey and everything, and I'm sure they'll get back to you. So,
j'attends juste ça. Ciao.
Awesome. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We got the we got the Division 2 championship game, which will be third of our 6. Thank you for tuning into the women's, and we got Drama Queens, your women's champions of 2025. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Tamara, and we'll see you guys soon.
And we're back with the Division 2 finals. I'm here, Terry Bablis, with Simon Valiquette.
Salut, Terry.
It's the matchup everyone was asking for, right? Nice TDs, fins up. I think it was my preseason prediction. Guillaume, Steve-O, rematch of last year's finals. Qu'est-ce que t'en penses, toi?
Ben, pour vrai, c'est sûr que c'est un match-up qu'on voulait voir. C'est quelque chose qui s'est passé l'année passée d'à peu près les mêmes équipes. Une grosse victoire de Steve-O l'année dernière là-dessus. Je crois vraiment que ça va être un gros match-up aujourd'hui. Puis, vas-y, qu'est-ce que tu y allais avec les clés de la victoire, toi, pour ça?
Clé de la victoire. Pour vrai, Fins Up ont démontré cette saison qu'ils étaient l'équipe supérieure. Mais Nice TDs, par moment, ont montré qu'ils étaient la meilleure équipe de la division. La constance n'était pas là, par contre. Ça va dépendre de quelle version de Nice TDs on va voir aujourd'hui.
Non, je suis d'accord avec toi. Puis, Nice TD, je pense que le plus important je viens de voir le plus important pour Fins Up, ça va être de contrôler le temps. Contrôler vraiment le fait que Guillaume ait le ballon le moins souvent possible. Guillaume, on le sait, aime beaucoup les zones profondes. Ça va vraiment être de son côté de réussir à exploiter ça avec la vitesse de son équipe. Fins Up, ça doit être de contrôler ça, de forcer Guillaume à lancer le plus court possible. En faisant ça, il va faire des erreurs. Ça va être un point tournant dans le match. Je crois aussi que du côté de Nice TDs, le plus important, ça va être de réussir à créer une erreur de Steve-O. Steve-O, on le connaît, c'est quelqu'un de très constant, qui est toujours les petits jeux simples, les trucs efficaces. Il faut réussir à créer un revirement de leur côté.
You gotta also not underestimate Steve-O's legs. We saw in the highlight video last week he had some moves. Maybe he'll save them all season for the playoffs. Is he going to show them today?
C'est vrai. Mais en plus, j'ai remarqué que c'était dans ton équipe, c'est toi qui a fait faire ça.
Ouais.
Donc, c'est quoi ta prédiction pour aujourd'hui?
Ma prédiction, ça va être back and forth first half. Le score va être égal au first half. Puis là, Fins Up vont commencer avec le ballon dans le second half. Ils vont scorer pour take the lead. Ils vont arrêter Nice TDs, take the 2-score lead. Puis après, ils vont finir par le match. Puis ils vont gagner par 12 points.
OK, c'est intéressant. Moi, je crois vraiment, encore une fois, je crois je vois Steve-O comme un peu la version Tom Brady de la MFL. Difficile de voter contre lui en série. On sait toujours présent, toujours clutch dans les moments importants. Je crois vraiment que ça va être un bon match, un match serré, mais qui va finir à l'avantage de Fins Up.
All right. Fait que les deux on prend Fins Up. Refs whistled it in for the first play of the game. We got Nice TDs, Fins Up.
Donc, on a Brian qui se place avec le ballon, prêt pour la remise à Guillaume. Le ballon est lancé. Première passe, une passe profonde en double coverage et c'est raté malheureusement. Passe pour Marapin, bien défendu par Will Power.
Fait que pas le temps de niaiser. First play of the game, Guillaume goes deep looking for Marapin. You would think when the ball was in the air it was going to be Andrew's ball, right? Guess they called Adam Marapin's number, who has been big for them this season. William Power was the man to get the hand on the ball. You've got to be thinking, if he got that interception right off the bat, how much of a game's momentum swing would that have been?
Exact, mais ça fait partie du plan de match qu'on avait prévu justement, là, de garder les zones profondes hors de portée de Guillaume. On peut remarquer que Bala vient tout juste d'arriver un petit peu en retard. Bala qui est probablement leur joueur le plus explosif depuis le début des séries. Donc une passe complétée, tackle par Ben Denis.
Ça doit être la passe la plus courte que Guillaume a complétée de sa carrière.
Ça doit être la plus courte qu'il va lancer aujourd'hui.
À peu près 4 verges. Ah non, 5 verges.
5 verges exactement. On m'a demandé de saluer nos compatriotes français qui écoutent en ce moment d'outre-mer.
Hi to Sweet Pea Williams' mom also.
That's good. Donc Brian se place. La remise. Passe rapide Andrew pour le premier essai, tackle par Simon Duchesne.
Fait qu'on dirait que Guillaume a pris le premier shot juste pour dire à Fins Up, give me the space. Ensuite, les deux prochaines passes, deux petites passes de 5 verges à peu près pour avoir le first down quand même facilement. On doit respecter Andrew. Tu ne vas pas te mettre devant 5 en dans 2 verges d'Andrew, il va te burn. Fait que, tu donneras cet espace-là. Tu préfères qu'il attrape un 5 verges, même si c'est pour le first down, qu'il attrape une bombe de 40 verges pour le toucher.
Exactement. Donc, premier essai pour Nice TDs. Brian qui se place. On remet le flag à... J'ai oublié son nom, le 2.
Jean-Pierre.
Donc, la remise faite. Oh, et c'est un sac! Un sac par Rob White pour une perte d'environ 7 verges.
Gros sac. Gros sac de Rob, joueur vétéran qui peut jouer partout, autant en attaque qu'en défense. You see him starting rusher here. This team has a few guys that they could rush. Rob has been their main rusher and he's really good at it. Fresh off a Division 4 championship. Rob étant le seul joueur en ce moment sur le terrain qui est champion aujourd'hui.
C'est déjà bon ça. Donc, Brian qui se place pour la remise. On voit Guillaume qui prend la remise déjà très loin, presque un bon 9 verges derrière.
Ça sent le deep.
Exactement. Tout le monde est placé. Une passe rapide à Hernandez. Tackle manqué, mais willpower pour le tackle pour un gain d'environ 6 verges.
Correction du Jean-Pierre tantôt pour le numéro 5, c'est Jerry Pierre.
Jerry Pierre, parfait.
Ou GP.
Bon, on va l'appeler JP à partir de maintenant. Je vois Simon Duchesne sur le terrain. À quel point Simon Duchesne a une grosse importance dans cette équipe-là, selon toi?
Je pense que Simon Duchesne et Ben Denis, c'était le one alpha A, alpha B de cette équipe-là. Autant en attaque qu'en défense. Si tu regardes leurs statistiques, ils sont très, très rapprochés.
Quel beau catch par Hernandez pour un gain d'environ 15 verges. Tackle par Simon.
Belle passe. C'était sur un wheel route, ça?
Je crois que c'était un out.
Ouais, comme je disais, Ben Denis puis Simon, tu penses plus au willpower, raw boy de cette équipe-là, mais quand tu regardes les statistiques puis tu regardes de semaine en semaine, c'était vraiment Ben Denis puis Simon Duchesne, les deux joueurs les plus consistants, mis à part Steve évidemment, autant en attaque qu'en défense, qui vraiment pris cette équipe-là sur leurs épaules puis qui ont dit check, on va être la meilleure équipe de la Division 2, on l'a démontré en la saison régulière, là c'est leur temps de le montrer en playoff.
Mm-hmm. La remise, la passe rapide à Hernandez, tackle par le numéro 34.
Une autre passe courte, surprenante pour Guillaume. Est-ce que tu penses que Guillaume a un différent game plan aujourd'hui considérant qu'il joue contre Finza et Steve-O, ou est-ce qu'il amène le même game plan qu'il joue avec Southsiders, qu'il joue avec Raccoons, puis il joue de la façon qu'il joue tout le temps?
Je crois qu'en ce moment, il n'y aura pas vraiment le choix. Sachant le game IQ disons, de Steve-O, la préparation du match que Finza vont avoir eu, il n'y aura pas le choix de lancer une coupe de passes courte s'il veut ouvrir ses zones profondes plus tard dans le match. Prépare pour la remise. Guillaume attrape le ballon. Un drag d'Andrew. Tackle rapide
tackle de
Will.
Will.
Pour un gain court de 3 verges.
Stride for stride, we would never say that Will's as fast as Andrew Flash Grant on that one, but that tackle could be huge.
Yeah, that's a great tackle by Will Power.
Parce que c'est quasiment touché si Will il pogne pas ce tackle-là.
For sure. Troisième essai et environ 4 verges. Un huddle rapide du côté de Nice Tillies.
Ça sonne-tu le même jeu, ça?
Peut-être. Will semble prêt. On a un triple slant avec une passe rapide. Malheureusement, je ne crois pas que c'est un premier essai. On va donc y aller en 4e et extrêmement court. Serais-tu surpris de voir Guillaume courir?
Non. Étonnamment, non. Je suis surpris d'avoir répondu non, mais je pense pas. Premier 4e essai de la game. Toi, tu penses qu'il dessine quoi ici?
Moi, j'y vais pour une passe rapide. Une passe rapide probablement dans les mains de Marapin. Puisque je crois que je crois qu'il va y aller vers l'extérieur et que Jerry va pouvoir monter.
On s'entend, il n'y a personne qui reçoit passer Andrew comme le receveur numéro 1 de cette équipe-là, right?
Ben quoi que Bala a vraiment joué. Oh wow, quelle belle feinte pour le toucher. La passe de Guillaume à Andrew Grant pour le toucher sur une distance de 9 verges.
What a route by Andrew Grant on that. He really shook something up and got wide open. It was a tight coverage off the line. You saw no one within 5 yards when he caught that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that Marapin was going out the way I said, and he looked there first, and
Simon Romo.
all the team went on that side, and it gave Andrew
wide
open.
So Andrew, usually playing wide out, was lined up in the slot on that place. Maybe something to keep a note for later.
Exact. Ils vont pour 1 en ce moment. La remise est basse. Passe rapide à Marapin pour un point.
Qui est in. Et le point est bon.
Parfait.
7-0, 7-0. Nice TDs opening up this game perfectly. Could not have asked for a better start. Converting on a 4th down, getting the 1-point convert to go up 7-0 when you start with the ball. That's what you got to do. Good first drive from the Nice TDs.
Parfait ça. Puis là, on voit l'attaque qui se prépare. À quel point est-ce que ça peut être menaçant d'avoir Steve-O et Simon Duchesne qui sont tous les deux des carrières de Division 1 sur ce roster?
C'est très menaçant. Puis on va surtout le voir en converti. C'est peut-être une des questions que je me pose. Pourquoi Nice sont allés pour 1, sachant que Finza risque d'aller pour 2 toute la game?
C'est vrai ça. On a hâte de voir quand on va être rendu là.
Oh
wow, quel beau jeu!
Oh.
On est arrêté pour un hang guard. Dommage, mais c'est un beau jeu de la part de Ben Denis sur une passe contestée. Pas facile à attraper.
Quel catch de Ben Denis. Puis tu penses normalement que Steve-O commencerait avec ses triple slants, quick hooks, quelque chose comme ça. No, taking the shot, Ben Denis. And I spoke about it earlier on defense, how Ben Denis and Simon Duchesne have carried this team throughout the season, showing that they were the number 1 team in the regular season, trying to capitalize in the playoffs and show that they're the best team in this division. What a catch by Ben Denis. What a move. Looked like he had Bala almost on skates there. Oh. And we have a flag after the play, late flag.
Je crois que c'est pour les flags. Non. On a un avertissement pour les poches.
So we have a pocket violation here. This is going to override the previous play, I believe. Let's wait to hear the referee's announcement. But by my interpretation, this would it should overrule the previous play, and we should be half the distance to the goal, first and 12 and a half.
Oh wow, c'est une pénalité qui fait extrêmement mal après un gros jeu.
So Ben Denis' huge catch just got erased from the history books. There we go. You heard it here first, folks. Loud and clear by head official Jonathan Evans. So that pocket violation, it's basically la raison pour ça, c'est que c'est extrêmement dangereux.
Oui.
Essayer de tacler quelqu'un qui a ses poches ouvertes, ça se peut que tu rejoues pas dans la game. C'est pour ça qu'on prend ça très au sérieux ici. Peu importe le jeu qui était avant, on s'en rend compte ici. C'est la finale, il n'y a pas d'excuse pour ça. Si tu joues avec des shorts qui ont des zippers, fermez le zipper. Tu ne dois même pas jouer avec ça. And now we're first and 12 and a half on the 2.5 yard line.
La passe rapide à Willpower. Arrêté par Nicolas Tackle. Nicolas Poitvin qui est probablement un des meilleurs tacklers de la division de loin. Je pense qu'il y a le record de la division 2 depuis une couple d'années. Il risque de rester au top longtemps.
Ouais, and that was... on dirait que rien s'est passé. On a encore le first down là. C'était une passe rapide à Willpower. Getting tackled right at the first down line.
Encore une passe
Triple
rapide à
slants.
Willpower. Tackle par Hernandez. Pour un gain d'environ quoi, 5 verges? Non, un petit peu moins.
Un peu moins, 3 4. En
Ok.
fait, pour répondre à la question que je posais tantôt, penses-tu que Nasty devrait peut-être avoir opté pour aller pour 2, sachant que Finza, pour une attaque, ils vont toujours pour 2?
Oui, effectivement, je crois que c'est quand même important. Ça dépend aussi s'ils sont capables de les arrêter, sachant qu'ils vont beaucoup faire de double QB.
C'est ça, c'est plus facile.
Passe rapide au snapper. Oh, le gros contact!
We have 3 flags on the play. All 3 officials saw something here. Nico qui est allé pour le tackle. Max est retourné. Malheureusement, he did not see him. Juste pour répondre à la question, si Nasty ont les 1 point puis les réussissent, puis Fins Up on le font pour 2 puis les réussissent pas, le 1 point vaut quand même plus.
Exact.
The refs are discussing this right now. I could see it pointing both ways. It could be offense, could be defense. Les pieds à Nico étaient en mouvement lors de la collision. Ils étaient pas... they were not set, right? So in that case, you tend to think it could be against the defense. À première vue, c'est sûr que Nico a plus relevé. Fait you think it'd be against the offense. Refs are really discussing this. It happens often. It's a bang play. It's really tough to determine if it's offensive unnecessary contact or on the defense. But the key thing here is if the defender was moving forward or if his feet were stationary.
Effectivement, mais en tant que gros joueur justement qui joue snapper, on est tendance à avoir beaucoup souvent la pénalité sur nous. Parce que ça paraît impressionnant, ça donne un gros...
But right now we got 3 officials. Here's the call.
Donc on a une pénalité au niveau de l'offense. Un petit peu comme je disais, le big guy prend souvent la pénalité sur ce genre de contact-là. C'est impressionnant de voir le joueur défensif.
Ouais.
Donc, 3e essai et environ 6 verges à compléter. On a un changement de l'autre côté pour amener Rémi sur le terrain.
Gadget de Rémi.
Rémi qui est incroyablement rapide aussi, qui est un gros joueur aussi. Un peu plus underdog, je dirais, mais quelqu'un qui est assez capable de changer une game avec sa vitesse.
Ouais, en effet. Rémi, un autre joueur comme Rob White, qui peut jouer n'importe où, autant en attaque qu'en défense. Très apprécié d'avoir des joueurs comme ça. Willpower in motion pre-snap. On dirait que c'est du man.
Remise est faite. Une passe à Simon et 2 pieds in pour un premier essai.
Pour du man coverage, on dirait que Nasty on l'a joué un petit peu lousse. Là-dessus, on a vu que c'était du man parce que Will went in motion and then you had Hernandez following him on the other side.
Exact. Je crois que c'était une belle passe, un bon jeu bien complété. Il craignait probablement d'avoir une passe plus profonde, c'est pour ça que Nasty était plus loin. Donc un beau comeback pour le premier essai de Simon. Donc premier essai et 10. Willpower encore en motion avec Hernandez qui le suit.
C'est encore du man.
La remise est bonne. Oh, et c'est presque intercepté, mais une passe complétée pour environ une vingtaine de verges. Premier essai, Fins Up.
That looked like the ball went right through Bala.
Ouais.
Like the ball went somewhere and disappeared and then appeared in Max Adori's hands. sometimes you need some luck, right? You need talent, you need skill, you need execution, but sometimes you need luck on your side too, and we just saw it on that play.
Yeah, for sure. But I told you at the beginning that they have to force a turnover, and that was a big mistake by him to not be able to complete that interception. That will not happen a lot with Steve as a quarterback.
Indeed.
Un triple slant, une passe. Oh! Et quel catch par John Evans!
Ouais. Très bon rush par Ben Le Petit on that one. You saw Steve was waiting and looking for someone to turn around. Ben Denis had not turned around yet, but because Ben Le Petit was up in Steve-O's face, he had to throw that ball a little bit early. Ben could not get a hold of it.
Effectivement, Ben Le Petit, qui est pourtant quelqu'un qui déteste rusher, fait un job incroyable pour Nice TD. La remise est bonne. Une passe sur le drag à Willpower, tackle par Nicolas Poitvin.
Could say firsthand that Ben Denis is a relentless and tough rusher to go up against. You saw that picking up a good chunk of change on the drag there, setting up inside the red zone right now. At the 4.5 yard line.
Yeah, we're inside red zone. Anyway, I don't think Steve was that much of a rusher, but
Hey, don't count him out.
that's true. We saw it in the highlight. Donc la remise est bonne. Une passe.
Oh, what a breakup by Andrew Grant on that.
Exactement. Quel jeu d'Andrew Grant qui prévient le toucher pour une passe qui était un peu derrière Rémi. On parlait de Rémi puis sa vitesse. Des fois, comme carrière, c'est difficile de s'adapter à des joueurs aussi rapides que Rémi.
Honestly, when that ball was in the air, I thought it had touchdown written all over it. Andrew now in the huddle on his knee, letting his defense know what they got to do better and adjust.
Tout le monde est prêt pour la remise. La remise est bonne. Et c'est un touché à Simon Duchesne au milieu. Une passe simple de 4 verges et demie pour le toucher.
And Fins Up are going for two, as they should. Down 7-6 at this point. After one drive from each offense, we got a touchdown from each offense. Expect to see Simon Duchesne drop back here. Expect him to probably have the ball in his hands if they do not send a second rusher quickly. This double quarterback play, I'm surprised not more teams do it in the MFL.
Est-ce que do you think that Willie can throw on that?
Oh yeah, Willie could definitely throw as well, but I think they prefer to have Willie as a receiver with it because of his length.
Yeah, for sure. Donc, ils sont prêts pour la remise. La remise est bonne. Double carrière avec Simon Duchesne. Hernandez qui monte. La passe rapide au centre. Et c'est complété pour le 2 points.
Yeah, great execution there. Doing the double quarterback play is one thing, but you got to execute on it well. Having the second quarterback means you have one fewer receiver in the end zone. So with only 4 guys, you got to make sure you're moving, right? You can't just stay somewhere and not move. It's going to be easy for the defense to pick you up. You got to move. You saw Max hook, and then he saw the opening. He filled in the hole, and then Simone threw it right to him for an easy 2-point convert, and Fins Up are up 8-7. If Nice D's score now, do they have to go for 2 to try to follow this?
Yeah, for sure. They have to adjust that. And they will have to adjust the defense on that too, because you saw Hernandez was very late. And I think it's pretty obvious that they're going to go on. Oh, that's a deep route. Oh, that's a 45-yard touchdown. A one pass from Guillaume to Bala.
So I guess we'll have our answer to our question right now to see if they're going to go for 1 or 2. Did not make us wait long. Guillaume definitely has the arm to throw on for 2-point converts, would you say?
Yeah, for sure. And what do you think about putting I would say Rob White was a great player, but don't you think on your best receiver this year, which is Bala, that went crazy this year?
I think he's still underrated, man. I think that they still view Andrew as the best receiver, and then they're not.
Don't you think Willie should play on his side?
Yeah, if you ask Steve, Willie should be playing on the top receiver at the other team's side all the time. I don't know what the defensive call was. It could have been cover 2 or cover 3 there, but clearly Bala got way past Rob.
Yeah, for sure. What's your call on that play?
The upcoming play?
Yep.
I see out from the slots.
And Bala's wide open in the middle, good for 1.
So they did get the 1 now, but the score is 14-8.
Yeah.
Right? So Fins Up, all you got to do is get a touchdown and tie it up right now, and then they have the opportunity to go ahead with the convert. It's working well for them. They got 2 touchdowns on 2 drives. They got 2 1-point converts on both their touchdowns. But the question has to be asked, will those 1-point converts be enough? At this point in time, Fins Up had 1 drive. They scored. If Niceties end up getting a stop or 2 more, you're rolling with your 1-point converts. But if this game becomes a shootout that we both, and I think many people anticipate it to be, you might come short of those 1-point converts. It'll be interesting to see at what point if Niceties will think about going for 2 instead of 1.
Yeah, for sure. La remise est bonne. Passe rapide à Ben. Oh!
So Ben Denis felt Nico's steps coming down there for the tackle. He said Nico loves getting tackles. I'm not going to give him this tackle. It was an easy tackle. It was going to be a 2-3 yard catch. I'll drop that catch and make sure Nico gets one fewer tackle on his stat sheet. That's more important to me, and that's what he did there.
Yeah. C'est rare qu'on voit un échappé de Ben Denis, surtout sur une passe comme ça. La
En
passe
effet.
était bien placée.
Il voulait pas que Nico ait le tackle, c'est simple.
Une passe rapide. Oh! La belle passe rapide à Will.
First down,
First
willpower.
down, tackle par Andrew Grant.
Puis Nico a manqué ce tackle-là. Il était flustered because the play before he did not get the tackle on Ben Denis, so he was wondering, what do I do now? That's one play, one fewer tackle. How can I make 2 tackles on the same play? It's hard to do it even if you get all 3 flags. Fins up with the first down and marching.
Ça fait plusieurs fois qu'on voit le petit slant, on dirait, de Willpower. Qu'est-ce que tu changerais en défense pour pouvoir ajuster à ça?
Honestly, le catch me dérange pas. C'est plus les 5 dash que Willpower fait après. Willpower is an extraordinary player, but one thing that lacks in his game is the yak. If you're allowing Willpower to get 5+ yards of yak after the catch, that's the problem there.
Oh, on a une course de Steve-O!
And he makes 1-man miss, 2-man.
Oh! Donc, une course de 4 verges pour Steve-O avec au moins 2 personnes qui ont raté un tackle.
Même Nico a manqué sur le premier essai. Il a dû se rattraper puis le tackle sur la deuxième fois parce que Steve-O était out of breath at that point. Great one by Steve. I said it in the pregame. Don't underestimate his legs. You saw it on the highlight video last week. He could roll.
Yeah, for sure. Second down, no run on that.
So unfortunately, we cannot see Steve-O run again on this play. Steve-O, who actually it's playing in his first of 3 championships today.
That is crazy. Donc, la passe complétée à Rémi à l'extérieur, vers l'extérieur du terrain pour un gain juste un petit peu court avant le premier essai, tackle par Hernandez.
So this is going to be a key third down here. Knowing that you have the 4th down and you're already past midfield, do you take a shot at this point, or do you just get the first down and then get a new set of downs and continue your drive?
I think with the roster they got, they should try to go for it right now for a long pass, and maybe do the double quarterback with Simon.
They opted for the safe play,
Yeah.
got that easy first down with Maxadori, new fresh set of downs, roughly 20 yards away from the end zone.
I know you like big guy as a snapper.
Yeah.
And why? Why is that? Why don't you like a fast, skinny guy? Or
Honestly, I feel that my play is pretty much short game, and I throw passes that are easy to catch and high probability throws. I want to make sure my guy catches it. If you're a bigger sized guy in the middle, it's much harder to guard. And I throw a lot to my snapper besides William Power, so I feel they get a lot of balls. Want to make sure they have those safe hands.
La remise est bonne. Passe complétée à Rémi à l'extérieur. Rémi qui utilise sa vitesse. Tackle par Hernandez, le numéro 4, pour un gain d'environ 9 verges.
Look, there's no damage being done in the sense that Fins Up aren't scoring on a 45 bomb like Nice CDs just did, but they're marching the field way too easily. Nice CDs had all week to game plan for this. This is classic Steve offense. He's not doing anything crazy or anything different at this point. Nice CDs have seen him play more than any other team in this league. It's surprising me that they're not even causing a little bit of panic right now.
Un tackle raté, une pénalité assez évidente contre Hernandez pour un coup probablement à la tête.
Yeah, we got 2 flags on the play. It looks like going to be a necessary contact. They're going to go probably half the distance up from the end of the play. Automatic first down.
Et on a vu Steve-O vraiment se diriger vers la droite au début du jeu pour après ça canceller puis lancer à gauche. Donc, ça a bougé beaucoup la défense de Nice TDs. Hernandez qui s'est fait prendre un peu à contre-pied.
Yeah, nice in and out route by Ben Denis there. Nice catch and yards after catch, making sure to secure that ball with Hernandez coming in with the claw to try to rip it out.
On va attendre la décision des arbitres.
So I think John's asking Steve if he wants to stay outside red zone. Let's hear it.
Donc, exactement ce que tu avais dit. Un coup à un unnecessary contact, la moitié des verges jusqu'au touchdown, premier essai et les buts pour Fins Up.
And they decided to go all the way through, so we will not see Steve run it in for a touchdown. They're about on the 3-yard line now. I could see triple slants on this one.
Yeah, for sure. Would you have taken it from outside?
I would have not. I would have taken. Oh, sorry. I would have taken on the outside. Yes, I would have not went all the way. I would have taken it to the 5.5-yard line.
Okay.
Got to keep that running thread open, even though I don't run as much anymore.
Tout le monde est placé pour la remise. La remise est bonne.
A drag.
On voit tout de suite Oh! Et c'est un
And Simon
touchdown.
Duchesne is in for the touchdown.
Ça a failli être un gros contact entre Nico et Simon Duchesne. Nico qui n'a pas de l'air très content sur la réaction de son équipe. Mais ça reste un toucher qui est bon avec Simon Duchesne pour son deuxième toucher du match.
C'était quoi le premier touché déjà?
Le premier, c'était juste un genre de in où il a attrapé au milieu.
Oh, yes. So Finzip are obviously going to go for 2 now. Try to take the 2-point lead. The game is tied up at 14 apiece. Converts are big, especially in the higher divisions. I know in your game, converts didn't have an impact there. It clearly did in the women's division since it was one on a 1-point convert. Third finals of the day, and Finzip going for 2.
La remise est bonne. Simon Chan qui se recule. Deuxième carrière. Il n'y a personne qui fonce sur lui. Il y a tout le temps du monde pour une passe complétée pour 2 points.
Not only did they not send a second rusher, meaning they had 5 guys in coverage. All 5 guys were at the back of the end zone. You saw Max Sidori and Will Power wide open at the front of the end zone. They were chatting about what they were going to eat after this game, and Max Sidori catches the second 2-point convert of the game, and Finzip are up 2 points, 16-14 at this point in the game. Nice City's got to figure that defense out.
Yeah, Nice City's going to have to adjust because Max was wide open for two points in a row.
It's almost as if they're playing cover 5, honestly.
Yeah,
and
for sure. And
questionable to not send a second rusher even late. Because you know when you have Steve-O and Simon Duchesne back in the pocket with all the time they want.
Passe rapide à Andrew Grant. Andrew qui est arrêté par Simon Duchesne pour un gain de 10 verges. Premier essai. Nice TDs.
And Finzip will take that all day. Look, you got the first down, you got the 10 yards, but that's much better than the 45 bomb they gave up to Bala the previous offensive Nice Cities play, literally. So they want Nice Cities to march. If Nice Cities march, there's more chances they could make a mistake. Guillaume's not used to playing with the short field, right? He's used to bombing it out. So as the field gets shorter, there's a higher probability that Guillaume might make that errant throw, and Finzip will capitalize.
Yeah, and you saw that Bala is now covered by Remy. I think Remy can handle the speed of Bala. Oh, est-ce que ça va être un catch qui est complété? On va
I think
attendre.
it looked like a catch to me.
Oui, on a John Evans qui signifie que le catch est bon pour un gain d'environ 4 verges.
So Rob White back at the rusher position here. We got Remy and Ben Denis on the far side, away from us. You got Simon Duchesne and Yavar on the near side to us, and Will Power at the 3 position with all his length.
Yeah. With Simon Duchesne with 2 touchdowns now, would you still put
2
him
touchdowns and throwing 2 2-point converts.
Yeah, but would you still let him be the quarterback on double quarterback, or you would put Willie now?
Well,
He's obviously catching everything.
oh, Marapin wide
wow.
open in the middle.
C'est un beau tackle à la ligne de 5 de Ben Denis sur une passe complétée à
Huge tackle
Marapin.
by Ben Denis there, saving a touchdown. There was definitely some miscommunication there. Someone was supposed to drop back. They did not drop back. But to answer your question, yes, Simon Duchen's catching everything, but he did have that patience and found Max twice already. So that Simon to Max connection for that 2-point convert right now is the difference in this game. I'd leave it as is. You have a plethora of weapons that could also catch balls in the end zone. But that double quarterback play right now, Nice Cities it's almost as if they're taking a step back. The second one seemed easier than the first one.
Yeah, for sure. And would you, right now, if Nice City score, you go for 2?
You have to go for 2.
Yeah.
You have to go for 2 right now, because even if you score now, you're only up 4 points, right? What is it going to do to you being up 5? Being up 3 to 5 points makes absolutely no difference. You got to go for 2. Ben Denis with another big tackle there.
Yeah. C'est une course de Guillaume pour un 3 verges environ. Ils sont à la ligne de 2. Deuxième essai.
If Nice Cities go for 1, I think I'm flipping this table off after they score, because it will make absolutely no sense. Up 4 points, going for 1. There's literally nothing to justify that.
Yeah, for sure. And right now with the score that close, le fait que Bala n'a pas réussi l'interception tantôt pourrait peut-être revenir les hanter un peu plus tard dans le match. Là.
Yeah.
Donc on a une discussion entre Guillaume et son snapper, Brian. Donc ils sont prêts pour la remise. La remise est complétée. On a un drag et une passe pour un toucher de Andrew Grant.
Getting his second touchdown of the game.
Andrew qui reste des mains très fiables avec une vitesse absolument incroyable.
Hey, some call him Flash.
Flash si tu veux, ça me dérange pas. Est-ce qu'à un point comme ça, tu penses que mettre Rémi sur la vitesse d'Andrew pourrait être intéressant puis envoyer Will?
Attends, they're going for 1. They're going for 1. This table gotta be flipped. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. There's 6 guys on the field. One of them needs to be able to do the quick math and know that being up 5 points in this point in the game, at any point in the game, being up 5 points makes absolutely no sense. I feel they're making a tremendous mistake right here, regardless if they get it or not.
Yeah, I think they're trusting the fact that they're gonna miss a convert at one point.
Okay, but look, the score was 20-16. It's 21-16 now. You were up 4. You're up 5. What difference does that make? I really don't understand this. I'm at a loss of words for right now. I have no idea why they opted for that decision.
Yeah, for sure they should have go for 2. I don't know what's going on behind that, but I think we'll see.
So with under 3 minutes to go now, this is a key drive in the game. We know Fins Up will be receiving the ball in the second half. If they end the half here with the ball and score, and then start the half to score, that's what we call double dipping in this league. Steve-O takes the snap.
Yeah, but for sure they absolutely need to score with almost no time left.
Yeah,
because if they give one play to Guillaume, it could be a touchdown.
And if there's anyone better, anyone that can manage the clock at best to do that, it's probably Steve-O in this whole league, right? He could definitely make sure that the convert will be the last play this half if he wanted to. It all depends on what he tries to do here.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but they switch rusher. It's now Andrew Grant as a rusher, or no one.
Oh, maybe he wants to score fast, looking for the deep ball to Remy.
That was a great coverage by Ben Le Petit. Ben Le Petit was playing corner when he played en France.
Yeah. Ben Denis probably frustrated rushing Steve-O, saying that he throws the ball after 5 seconds. There's no point of doing it. Let me put me in coverage, and he played that ball great, locking up Remy there on the deep ball. I don't know. We're speaking about needing them to take all the time to score. He took that deep shot. Interesting to see what he was planning to do there.
Yeah, but I think he was looking for a matchup right there. And I know Ben is very fast, but Remy is one of the fastest players on the field right now. So for sure, why not try it? Une passe complétée, tackled par Nico pour le premier essai.
And you got just under 2 minutes to go in this half. First down for Fins Up. They're not showing any hustle right now to try to... Oh, there's a flag on the play. My apologies, I did not see the flag on the play.
Attendons de voir la décision des arbitres.
It could be roughing the passer. I did see a hand up.
Donc c'est une pénalité de roughing the passer.
Very costly penalty. In addition to those 5 to 6 yards already on the field, we're going to tack on another 10 yards. Automatic first down. We're in Nice City's territory now, about 23 yards away from the touchdown with 2 minutes to go. And Fins Up had the option to stop the time there.
Je pense pas qu'ils ont arrêté le temps. Hein?
Yeah, the clock is stopped.
Okay,
It'll start on the snap.
Donc Max qui se prépare.
So switching at the rusher there, putting in Andrew, who's not used to rushing, costing a big chunk of change
C'était pas
there.
Andrew, c'était JP sur celle-là.
Oh, it was GP, sorry, my bad. But at the same point, he doesn't really rush that much.
Une belle passe. Et malheureusement un petit peu trop loin pour Ben Denis pour la passe qui aurait été littéralement touchée si ça avait été attrapé.
So we got 1:15 and running. Really appreciate the scorekeeper and the referee letting us know the time as the second half approaches to its end. Nice TDs are up 21-16, scoring 3 touchdowns on all 3 drives, getting 3 one-point converts on all 3 drives, but still losing the convert battle at this point, 4-3.
C'est vrai. Bon, on n'a toujours pas eu de revirement. Quelque chose qui pourrait être intéressant de voir si ça arrive d'un côté ou de l'autre.
Nice TDs in man coverage.
Remise est complétée. On a Rémi qui est seul et tackle par JP.
About 7-yard gain. We're going to come at 3rd and 3. Will Power looked to the huddle to ask his teammates if they should call a timeout. Before getting an answer, he called the timeout himself. Maybe something he should have done in the Division 1 quarterfinal game, making the decision go for 2 instead of listening to his teammates not answer and go for 1. That's good leadership by Will Power right there.
Yeah. Donc avec 1:15, penses-tu qu'ils vont y aller tranquillement pour essayer de faire le restant du terrain ou tu penses qu'ils pourraient déjà commencer à attaquer les zones plus devant le toucher?
I think the most important thing here is to score. At this point, you don't really care how much time you leave off the clock. You got to leave this drive with points.
Une longue passe et malheureusement Ben Denis qui tombe. Ben Denis qui était seul en plus.
Yeah, it looks like he lost his footing there and there might have been a little divot in the LeBaire Park. That has been the nicest I've seen it in quite some time right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Big 4th down right now. 4th and about 4, I would say.
Yeah.
This is huge.
I would say look for the outside route to Simon. He did that on the previous 4th down and it worked well. And I think Andrews is playing really off on the right side.
I could see Simon dropping back here and look for Sadori in the middle.
Yeah, for sure. La remise est bonne. Andrew qui défend bien.
Simon Romo, you called that play on Simon Chen on the outside, but Andrew was all over him. That was not the matchup you would have liked. Fins up. Nice Cities get the first stop of the game here. We were criticizing their convert decision. Maybe they're going to shut us up real soon right now.
Oui, c'est exactement. On avait parlé de créer des revirements, que ce soit une interception ou que ce
Turnover
soit
on
seulement un
downs.
turnover. C'est excellent pour Nice Cities. Ça faisait partie de leur game plan de réussir à faire un revirement. C'est donc réussi. Ils doivent marquer par contre avant la fin de la demi.
Ils doivent marquer avant la fin de la demi parce que Fins Up vont recevoir le ballon. Puis c'est rare que Steve-O ne marque pas sur 2 drives d'affilée.
Exactement. C'est un gros jeu. C'est un gros jeu pour Nice Cities. La remise est un peu haute et la passe directement à Bala qui se jette au sol. On a un temps d'arrêt du côté de Nice Cities.
It looks like Guillaume setting up the hook and go play. It's rare you see Bala do those.
What?
It's rare you see Bala doing those hook plays, those short yardage plays. I could see a hook and go coming from him real soon. And look, Guillaume's calling the play in the huddle. You see 5 guys trying to talk over him.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's showing exactly. Hope they score here and prove me wrong. But look, when your quarterback's speaking in the huddle, you want him to speak. And Andrew Grant off the for this play. This is very odd.
That's true. Quick pass to Brian. Brian's wide open. Brian for the first down for 7 yards and 8 yards. Sorry, excuse me. And first down is good.
Yeah.
They call the timeout. I think they only.
So maybe
have
Andrew came off to call the timeouts and do the time, but I feel his attributes are much more helpful and useful on the field.
Yeah, for sure.
How many seconds did they say? What was the penalty?
J'ai pas entendu.
What was the foul? Jason, what was the penalty? Roughing the passer.
We have roughing the passer on Fins Up, and it restored. That's a good.
Restored the
Restore,
timeout
sorry.
for Nice Cities as you can. When you're the non-offending team on a penalty, you could choose to have the time stop. Did you see roughing the passer there?
Yeah, roughing the passer.
Oh, no, but did you see it?
No,
Okay.
I was not looking.
Yeah,
at
my
this.
eyes were also downfield at that point. Obviously, I trust the referees that there was one. I'll look at the replay
La remise
after.
est bonne. Guillaume qui se place. Une passe profonde pour Brian et le toucher complété pour Brian. Presque un beau jeu défensif de Willy. Malheureusement, la balle s'est glissée juste au bout de ses mains pour le toucher de Nice Cities. C'était important pour Nice Cities. Est-ce que là, avec le score actuel, tu y vas pour 1 ou 2 cette fois-ci?
So on that play, we know Willie got length, but he was missing just a tad of length on that. Look, right now, Nice Cities are up 11 points, 27-16. Since they've been going for 1 all season long and all game long, it makes a little bit more sense to go for 1 to make it a 12-point game here, but I would still go for 2. You need points. Having 27 points is not enough to win the Division 2 championship. You know that. You're going to need to score more points in the second half. You should be going for 2, but this one makes a little bit more sense than the previous one.
Yeah, for sure. Donc, ils vont effectivement pour 1. Brian qui se place pour la remise. La remise va être prise par Guillaume. La remise est bonne. Une passe rapide à Brian. Une passe précise, bien placée de Guillaume. Il y a un beau catch de Brian pour le 1 point. Ouais, donc, à 28. Excusez-moi, j'ai manqué le 28-16.
28-16. Fins Up are not in a bad place. They start the ball in the second half. They're only down exactly 2 scores. We know what their converts, the way their converts have been going. It is helping them at this point. But Nice Cities, 28 points, 4 drives, 4 touchdowns, 4 1-point converts. It's hard to knock on that.
Yeah, for sure. You know how much time is left?